Hey, this is part 2 of a 2-session game. You don't need to watch part 1 because it's just character creation and explaining Worlds Without Number and how it works. However, if you do want to watch that, it's right here. And other than that, we just explain our character backstories and then get right into the action. Enjoy.
Let's see, what should we start with here? We did introduce characters last time. Obviously, I'm going to rehash a little bit of
Yeah.
background.
I think we
We
should
should
rehash it
reintroduce
for sure.
characters as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll start with like broad setting stuff. So yeah, we're using the default setting for Worlds Without Number, which is the Gyre, which is where modern day like Colombia, like northern coast of South America is. This is going to be taking place in Kaadun, which is the capital province, and Kaadun's notable in that it is like this. Almost the entire province is covered by this sprawling, mostly unoccupied city. So that'll be the backdrop for our game today. It's like this, like alien brutalist just sprawl that is being slowly reclaimed by rainforest. And we're going to start on the edge of that today. We have our 3 characters who are going to be taking the job here. Actually, I do have one clerical thing, Alex, is that you have 2 skill points you didn't spend.
Oh, I
Because
do?
your class gets an extra skill point per level.
Oh, shit.
I was rewatching the video and I realized you have that. So you could do a what's it called?
So can I bring one level 0 to 1, basically? Or 2 minus 1 to 0? Is that...
2 untrained to 0, or if you have stat advances, you could buy those as well.
Oh.
But yeah, so we're going to be starting on the Fringe today, which is the very edge of the city. It's constantly expanding, being built by the Black Brass Legion that the Reaping King controls. To what end, no one is really sure. But people live on the edge of the city because making it from the edge of the city to the first city, which is like the interior part, where people actually live is like a proper city, is quite the trek. I mean, you're hiking through an unmapped, 30 or 40 miles of like winding roads that are slowly being reclaimed by the rainforest. It's a slow going and dangerous journey to make. So, yeah, that's where we're starting today.
Can I bring my con from a 13 to a 14 with that, Jack? Or is it just...
Yeah.
Cool. I'll just do that.
Yeah, because you didn't spend any points on attribute advances, right?
No.
Okay, yeah, because you have 2 available to you that you could use, but I think you can only afford one of them.
Are you sure I didn't spend them like on my skills at all? So maybe
No, because everyone gets 3 per level, but you get 4 because you're an expert.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I did not do that.
Nope.
Perfect.
Cool.
Does that bring
make
my
sure you
health up by
add
1?
2 hit
2 hit points. Okay.
2 levels. So.
Martin, I'm catching up to you. Your beefy wizard is...
I know.
Yeah.
You still have the most hit points, Martin.
Yeah, don't worry,
As the
Martin.
wizard.
You're still...
Wizard tank.
Yeah, the wizard tank. You're going to be out front. We'll stay behind you.
All right. So for our setup here, what happened? Actually, let's do our character intros first, and I'll roll into the setup from there.
Yeah. Okay. So last time we talked about Rolo. My character was trained by military assassins and kind of sent after Jacketh Swifthand, Martin's character. But upon becoming familiar with Jacketh, kind of decided that that really wasn't something he was into, and in fact, he really wasn't into being told who to kill at all, and so has spared Jacketh. To what end, we don't know. We kind of found ourselves here now. We've had to flee so that we aren't found. And Rolo is kind of a knife throwing, kind of mustache having, vest wearing. He's got kind of a cape, and now I know Danny Trejo is kind of my my character model, but he isn't shirtless under his vest. He has like a vest with like a bandolier of knives. He's wearing kind of like a frilly shirt kind of a thing underneath it. He's got cape, long boots. and a long mustache, kind of curly at the ends. Very,
Very like
weird silent movie villain.
I think you meant like 70s like porn star stash, but yeah, I like the sound film look.
I almost shaved my beard into a mustache today, and I was like,
That would have been great. Really commit to the character.
yeah, well, you'll see it someday.
Yeah, so I'll just go next. I'm playing Abnorms, who is sort of a con man. What he lacks in looks, he makes up for in charisma and ability to scheme and that sort of thing. He has so far nearly got himself killed many times, but I believe he's, I guess, friends with Jacketh might be strong, but at least acquaintances or business partners or however we want to play that with Jacketh. And yeah, he's sort of like in his picture, he kind of just is a guy with like a big sort of hood, very much covers up his face when he can, only tries to reveal who he is. Doesn't want between people remembering who he is because he, has basically sold the Brooklyn Bridge kind of thing many times to many different people, and does not want to get found out. And he's also on the run here with you guys, and finding ourselves in a new sort of predicament, and he's kind of excited for that. It's kind of, there's new marks on the horizon to be screwed over. And that's Abnorms.
So finally, Jacketh Swifthand. He is a merchant kind of guy. He's kind of gets about trading with people, doing dodgy deals, that kind of stuff. And no doubt when he met Rollo, he probably persuaded him that if he stuck around and didn't kill him, he'd end up rich. Jacketh is a wizard, and not the kind of normal wizard. He's quite loud, large, outgoing, that kind of guy. You won't see him use his magic sort of blatantly. He'll try and kind of keep it under wraps and maybe use it to change somebody's mind, manipulate somebody, then blast them with a fireball. So that's the kind of man he is.
All right. So yeah, our unscrupulous trio here, as Dan mentioned, didn't exactly complete the task that his order had set out to kill Jacketh. Made a deal that, hey, let's get out of here and let's get really far out of here because it's likely that they're going to send somebody else after both of us if we stay for much longer. So they nicked a funerary palanquin from the Golden Order. Rollo swiped a minor artifact from the group of assassins, and they smuggled him and Jacketh out in this palanquin, fenced this artifact, and that got them just enough silver to make it to the edge of Khadun, where they find themselves out of money and still several days' travel through a really dangerous terrain to get to the first city so they can catch a boat across the Carstral Sea and not be assassinated. So, in need of coin and work. So the Fringe itself is, again, it's like this, just imagine this like super kind of, everything is like minimal and brutalist, but none of the buildings seem to be made for a discernible purpose. But what happens here on the Fringe is people need to use those buildings. Windows are put into openings. Its color is added by awnings and things where it's clearly like people are starting to live in here. Because expeditions through the new city are so dangerous. There are like cattle pens and like what's the word I'm looking for? Like a trade hub set up here. There are guides for hire who will take caravans through the new city because they know their way around. But all of that stuff costs money. And so the party kind of kicked their way around, seeing like, hey, does anyone need work? We can hire on as caravan guards. And they take like one look at Jacketh, who's like this big portly guy who probably looks like he's never done an honest day's work in his entire life, and went, no, we already have enough guards. Abnorms couldn't lie his way into convincing them that he was a guide through the new city. Also, probably wouldn't be a good idea.
Yeah.
But eventually, you stumbled on this really tall guy, like 2 meters tall. He's dressed in what is decidedly not the fashion in this part of the Gyre. It's clothes that are much more suited for like the colder, high altitude parts. Tall, conical orange hat with a small brim and a matching like ochre coat. Called himself Doff Sue and said that his boss it needs something got, and that thing can be got at a place nearby called the Pinched Cistern, colloquially, according to what he says. That thing is a book, and his boss is willing to pay handily for this book, more than enough silver to get you through the new city, with a guide and with a caravan, perhaps enough even to get you a boat across the Carceral Sea off to elsewhere in the latter earth. This book is called Ludesia's Penitential Essay. I will post that. And it is located somewhere in a building that can only be gotten to through the Pinched Cistern. He can give you a rough map to where that is, but has no further information. You're welcome to ask questions, though. Otherwise, we can just start kind of en media res on your way there.
No, that sounds good to me.
Oh, yeah, we could use the money.
Is this guy out of earshot yet?
He can be now.
Okay, so Jacketh will start explaining. Well, this book sounds like it could be worth a lot of money. I'd be interested to know who else would be interested in it. If we find somebody on the way, might be worth mentioning it. Maybe someone would make us a better offer.
That's not a bad idea, but maybe we should do that after we have the book in our hands, It's like kind of like when you have cash in hand, people are more willing to just take it. If you have the book in hand, people might be more willing just to pay us up front for it, instead of us giving our current employer any wind of us looking for other buyers,
Haha, yes, sounds like a fine plan, Jacketh. We'll get the book.
And then we'll
drive
find
up the
somebody
price.
else. Exactly.
Yes, Abnorms is another good idea.
Let's go to the Pinched Cistern then. Now, did we get any idea about where this might be? Just a general direction kind of a thing? Any what we might be looking for?
Yeah, so you have a general direction and a distance. He didn't draw a road map because road maps don't really exist. But it can be pretty easily spotted from a fair distance because of the steam.
The steam, you say?
Yes. It steams constantly.
What is a hot cistern?
What is the Pinched Cistern?
Yeah, go ahead, Martin.
Sorry.
It's a cistern. It's got water in it.
Okay. And it steams.
Yeah.
Is it in the new city or is it outside the city, Jack?
It's in the new city.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah, it's tucked back somewhere in the sprawl of the new city. That's why he can't give you exact directions.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
So it's not more than a few hours walk if you get lucky and pick the right paths.
Perfect. Well, that'll give us a great opportunity to learn the city as well, I think we should get going as soon as possible. I want to get on that boat and away from those guys looking to well, I guess they're looking to kill you, Jacketh, more than me, so, But still, I like you, buddy. And
Well, they probably want to kill me, too.
Oh,
Believe me, you're guilty by association. We should stick together. Haha.
that's
Wise words.
good.
You're one of us
Yeah.
now, abnorms. Don't try to fight it.
Just gives like a big hug of just like is crushing me to death. There's no escape.
Yeah. Yeah, Rollo is kind of a big personality. He laughs a lot. And he says, "Oh, let's be off then." And he laughs and he just kind of starts heading in the proper direction.
Perfect. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you start making your way in the direction like to the northwest, where Doff indicated that it would be. It is weird going because so once you're like a half mile away from the fringe, there is just nothing. Like it's not ruins. It's just empty, and there's no greater structure, it seems, to how things are laid out. It'll go from being a grid to being like a flat wall that will then curve off on a road to the right, or the roads will end entirely and you'll have to send a set of stairs over over like a balcony and then descend the other side. And also, as you get further away from the fringe, the vegetation gets heavier. So for every like half mile you go in, you're going from like, it gets into like scrubland, and by the time it's been a few miles, this part of the city is probably 60 or 70 years older than the fringe, and so there are like moderate sized trees that have intruded because soil has deposited in parts. And if you look further to the north, there are patches of straight up jungle canopy, and like birds flying out over. You can actually see a rain cloud rolling across part of the city. So everyone just go ahead and give me a notice check.
Okay.
As you're winding your way towards the direction.
It says strength as the stat. Is that...
So in this case, wisdom would probably make the most sense.
Okay.
Unless you think that there's some other...
I guess it wouldn't really matter much because they're all pretty much zero in my case, but yeah.
All of mine say strength next to the skills.
Yeah, you can because you can change it. It's just sticky to whatever.
Makes sense. That was a 5. -1 is 4.
Yeah. Okay. So abnorms, you catch like kind of like a baying howl in the distance. But it's like a wolf, but it's not. It's like deeper and higher at the same time, as if it's like multiple voices speaking at once. And there is also just a skittering that rapidly increases in volume, and so you're in like a street, right? Mm-hmm. And from over the top of one of the buildings on the side of the street, there come skittering all of these like horse-sized lizards. They're like feathered lizards with long legs and thin bodies. You catch sight of them as they're cresting, so everyone has time to it's a lot of them, and they're big, and they're going to be they're stampeding essentially over this building and down into the street.
Oh God!
Run for cover!
Yeah.
Out.
yeah. Abnorms is already running. He's yelled out. He's pointed to them, but has already started booking it the opposite direction. He is.
Wait for me.
Yeah.
I've got a lot to carry with me.
Come on, then. And I don't know if we can duck inside one of these buildings, or if there's a rubble or anything around that we can kind of hide behind. I'm picturing Jurassic Park.
I was thinking,
when the things I just watched it. So.
Yeah, get behind the stumps, so they all go flying over us basically while we're behind the rubble. Yeah.
Totally.
Okay, you're gonna go duck behind some kind of. It seems like rubble, but it also is is this a statue or something?
Why? The layout here is so strange. Behind that thing, that stone thing.
I don't like this. I have artistic thoughts about why I don't like this. So you duck behind, and kind of as you envision, it's these things are stampeding over, and there's a big one of them definitely hits, not like hits, but like goes right over the statue thing, rubble thing that you're behind. You can hear like the claws of it skittering over top as it like launches itself over you. But after 40 seconds or so, the herd has passed and has climbed their way up over the other side of the street and continues. That's good, quick thinking.
What do you think they were running from?
That's a good idea. A good question.
I think we'd better be careful.
I mean,
There could be some sort of predator in the area.
I'm glad they weren't after us. I thought we were goners then for a minute.
Don't worry. I would have protected you. I'm quite the fighter. I know you haven't seen me fight yet, but don't worry. Always on the front lines.
Trust you. with that one.
Yes, we'll make sure you're there.
You guys have seen several times on our travel that I'm always in the back. Whenever anything happens, I am very quickly behind both of you.
All right. So shortly after this, you continue on your way, and rain really quickly rolls in. It's light, but actually kind of cold and refreshing. Like I said, it's like rainforest kind of weather here. So we're talking hot. It's hot. But you see over maybe a half mile away, you can see like a plume of steam rising up that you have to assume is the Pinched Cistern.
Perfect. How far away is it? Like, is it like
It's
like a half
like
mile?
less than an hour away.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And wind your way towards that without incident from there. So you come upon this what is the Pinched, or what you assume is the Pinched Cistern. Like I said, there's like a cloud of steam rising up from it. It is an opening in the ground, a perfectly circular opening that's maybe 100 feet across. And the walls slope inward and then slope out towards the bottom. You can see that maybe enough for maybe 100 and actually probably like 75 feet down is water at the bottom. It's not like bubbling, but it's hot because it's steaming.
Okay. So basically, just like, is this like a just like a big chasm with water in it? Is that correct, or am I?
Yeah, so it's like you have the opening, which is like level with the ground here,
Okay.
And then it like pinches inward and then goes outward, and there's water at the bottom.
Okay. Ooh.
It looks like we may need to get our ropes out and rappel down.
Yeah.
Or maybe
Repel? What do you mean?
well, we get our ropes and then we tie off and we lower ourselves down. It looks like the wall, it looks like we won't be able to use the walls once we're past this lip here. Looks like we'll be hanging freely.
Can I see anything down there? Is there anything I notice, or does it just look like a basin? Like,
Yeah, give me a notice check.
Okay.
Just to see. It's pretty far, so it's hard to tell. Yeah, it looks like there is like maybe like kind of like walkways that are not that far beneath the surface of the water.
Okay. Well, it might be a bit of a little swim, but I guess we're going to figure out how to get the book back without it getting wet too. Maybe there'll be another exit. Maybe.
Maybe. I want to like look around the immediate vicinity and see if there are potentially like any other entrances that appear to like lead underground or anything like that. Like potentially there's a more gradual way to maybe work our way down there.
It's so actually notably none of the buildings around here even have a floor that goes below ground. That's not incredibly uncommon elsewhere, but here it's like nothing at all is below the level of the ground at the lip. So
Okay. Cool. Let's get our ropes out.
Yeah. How deep is
you
the
might be
water?
the only one with a rope.
Yeah.
The water, it varies because you can see some like what Abnorm's noticed was like some parts of it appears to be like walkways or something just below the water.
Okay.
Some parts of it it might be deeper.
So
than that.
diving in will probably break my neck then. And
You could try to dive in. You're also, like I said, it's like 75 or 100 feet below you.
oh God, yeah. No, I think we're going to go down one at a time with the rope, and even then, I don't have any rope. Rollo.
I have 50 feet of rope.
Okay.
Here, I'll tie it off to this grappling hook here, and we'll secure it to the lip properly, of course.
Okay, so I guess
We'll have
it's
to
halfway
leave
down.
it here, though. It'll get us 25 feet above the surface of the water, thereabouts.
Well,
We might
hang
have
on
to
a
jump
minute.
from there.
If it slopes in, could we not anchor it on the slope somewhere to give us some sort of, I don't know, head start on this thing?
Climb down a little, tie it
Try
off.
that. The slope it's steep and smooth, but doesn't appear to be, anything other than like mundane kind of concrete or stone. So you could theoretically hammer something into it. It's just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, Jacketh. I've seen you try climbing things before. I don't know if that's the best idea for you, bud.
Oh, climbing. I was hoping someone was going to lower me down and back up again, of course.
Listen, we carried you in that coffin just so you wouldn't get killed. We're we're not carrying you everywhere.
I was getting used to it.
Okay, so I see what you're saying. So like lower down on the rope to like around where it starts to curve away, hammer in an anchor, and then tie off to that anchor and lower down from there. Okay.
Only we had some iron spikes.
I have some cooking utensils we might be able to hammer into the wall.
Hammer a butter knife in there.
But yeah, I unfortunately have nothing for this this little endeavor. You don't have any magic, Jacketh, do you? That you haven't shown us yet that might be able to help us with this?
Magic? Well, I don't know. I've picked up one or two things, but I don't think there's anything that could help us here, I'm afraid.
We've met our most fearsome foe yet, a pool. It's
Water.
No, we'll lower ourselves down on the length of rope, and then we'll have to drop down into the water below.
I think that's that's it.
We'll find another way out.
Yeah, I don't have a fear of heights or anything. That sounds good to me.
Who doesn't mind getting a little wet? And Rolo will kind of start securing the grappling hook, and he'll gladly go down first.
Yeah. And because Abnorms is like points out where there's clearly stuff just below the surface of the water, you obviously can put it over a part where it's like, you're not gonna like hit the water and immediately
Just smack
break
his
your
head
legs
off.
instantly. Get to use the classic D&D rolls. Okay, that's 25 feet, so a D6 for 10 feet of fall. No, you're able to. So Rolo, ties off and lowers himself down. You're dangling, 20 to 25 feet over this water, which is, steam is coming off of it as the rain is hitting it. It's like if you've ever been like in a hot tub when it's raining, that kind of effect. And you drop, and there's that about a second of falling, and then it's as you splash down into the water. It's actually not that deep. Like your feet hit the bottom. Like it's probably like 8 or 10 feet deep.
Okay.
It's warm like a hot tub though, or like a hot springs.
And he kind of comes back up, reaches the surface of the water, and says, "Oh, it's beautiful! Jump in!"
Right.
Yeah, Abnorms looks behind like where like the lizards had been at like earlier about an hour ago. I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna go in next. I don't want to be left alone up here. And he just sort of gets on the rope and starts bringing himself down and joins Rollo.
Whilst Abnorms is climbing down, Jacketh is going to start to take off his cloak and pack it away. He's going to roll his trouser legs up, so everything is it's completely pointless, of course, but he's going to do the best to keep crap off of him and keep dry.
Yep. Splash.
My finest silk robes.
Oh, wet silk, yuck.
So looking around in here, is there like anything we can see how to like get out of this place?
Everyone probably pulls themselves up on one of the the walkways
Yeah.
are essentially they're
Just beneath.
yeah,
surface
like
kind of thing.
the bars, like the handrails are like just below the surface of the water. If it wasn't underwater, it would look something like this. The grates on the sides, if those weren't there, so it's like this cross-shaped walkway with some kind of like altar or thing in the middle of it.
Okay. What's that there? Is that what we need? Could that be the book already?
Wow.
And kind of approach the altar area, center area.
Yeah, so it is like it's a hexagonal like shaped altar, or some kind of plinth or something. There is a script around it in a language that is not like a normal language.
That's interesting. I have a bit of a knack with these things, and Jacketh has got the arcane lexicon art, and I've no idea how it works, but hopefully it might be useful here.
All right, so we can click that guy right there.
Oh,
And
cool.
so yeah, Arcane Lexicon. You commit art for this or effort for the scene, and for the rest of it, you can read any script that isn't intentionally ciphered or encoded. It says extremely esoteric or non-human scripts may not be comprehensible this way, or the plain meaning might be unclear. So that's somewhat true here. You can definitely still glean some of the intent, but it's like, yeah, it's maybe outsider script. So like, literal aliens. And actually, yeah, Martin, give me a no roll as well.
A no roll.
Yeah.
And that would be
Good.
int based.
Yeah, int in this case for sure.
Ooh,
Nice.
7.
Yeah, the hexagonal is a characteristic kind of architectural facet of the polyps, who are one of the outsider species. Though they don't typically build things inland. They're like sea creatures, so that's a little weird. The script says something to the extent of you get more like concepts than a coherent like message, but it's something about containment and production are the two like biggest themes you can get out of it.
So he'll tell the others, yes. Yes, not quite make it out, but containment and production, they sound like scary ideas. Especially if something's producing at us rather than for us, if you know what I mean.
Containment.
Yeah.
Now, is there anything on the plinth at all? Is there anything resting on it or anything like that, or it's just kind of has this script around it?
Yeah, it has the script written around the top, but if Rollo's like examining around it, there are two like there's like two little like mossy looking like spheres, like strangely spherical rocks that are just beneath the water on the altar that are covered in moss.
Abnorm is more focused on how the hell we're gonna get out of here, while those two are looking at the script. Is there any
Get
obvious?
out or how to go in further?
Oh, is there? Oh, sorry, I didn't know there was a way further in. I didn't catch that part.
So if you're looking around like for like greater, so there are clearly a couple pipes that are under the water that they all kind of converge, and then if you squint a little bit, there seems to be a tunnel under the water leading off to the south.
Yeah, that's definitely what I'd be looking for. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll mention that to you guys while you guys are looking at the books. I'm just looking for constantly. My eyes are just darting around looking for any way that we have a way out of here. So now that we're down in this basin, but okay, we got that little tunnel over there we can go through.
There's two oddly shaped moss-covered stones here, resting kind of just beneath the surface.
Do they look valuable?
I don't know. They could be.
Why don't you
Come
cross
take
them off?
So Rollo will kind of like pull out one of his daggers and see if these things are like part of the walkway, if they're kind of able to be moved or like pried out. How big are they? They're like
The size of a baseball.
fist-sized? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you like
kind
poke at it with the dagger. They're mossy but loose, like, you know, and it seems to be hard, like it's made of stone or metal or something beneath the moss.
Okay, he'll pick one up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like perfectly spherical feeling. I mean, it's covered in moss and it's weighty.
I'll kind of scrape a little bit off with the dagger. Start scraping the moss off.
Yeah, it's like an opaque whitish color underneath. You scrape like all the moss.
Yeah, I'll kind of uncover what I can of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like once you're holding it, like hand touching it, the like third of the orb facing away from your palm lights up and casts a light, like a lantern, in the direction facing away.
Well, and Rollo kind of starts like shining it around. He shines it right at Jackass. He kind of shines it right in his face. Oh, look at this wondrous thing. Now, is magic like something we're familiar with, or it's more like low key in this world?
There aren't like tons and tons of spellcasters, but they're not uncommon. But like with the whole like dying Earth long time
There's a lot of
thing,
artifacts and things left behind.
There's
things
just
like
been
that.
so much time for people to fuck around with magic that people are finding stuff where it's like, what the hell is this all the time? So
Magic versus technology.
yeah, exactly.
Sort of
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like this may have been technology when it was made, but it's definitely magic by modern Latter Earth standards.
Yeah. Oh, what a wonder. What sort of sorcerous civilization must have created this? There's another one here.
Perfect.
He says.
Jack, if you can have that one, I guess, you know, and I'll get the next thing.
Well, yes, okay. I'm sure we can sell them for a pretty penny or two.
Well, also,
And,
I mean, I guess they'll be light. I guess in this pretty, moisture-heavy place, the torches won't work too well. So at least this is one way we can still see.
Oh, I see. Well, in that case, I don't mind if you have it. I mean, you can walk in the front then and lead the way for us.
You're too kind. I should stay in the back. Rollo there can light forward. I'll keep the light behind us. If in case anything, creeps up behind.
Well, if you insist.
So thoughtful.
Oh, I wouldn't want to steal any glory from whatever beasts are down here that you might slay for us, Rollo. I'd make it look too easy, and I wouldn't want to do that to you.
Yes. Well,
yeah, I'll just grab the. Go ahead.
I'll say, well, if you're decided, then you can watch our backs. Indeed, I'm sure nothing ominous will be creeping up behind us.
Yeah, and I'll grab the orb and just sort of wipe off the moss and sort of see that it works for me as well, and I'll just I'll shuffle behind you guys.
Yep. Yeah, same thing. As soon as your hand goes on it, whatever direction's facing away from your palm projects light.
That's cool. All right.
And if you shove it under the water, it doesn't turn off.
Yeah.
That is helpful. Where's this tunnel now, Abnorms?
I point the direction of the tunnel, like it's just over there. Yeah, it just started beaming going across everything.
Now, how far below the water is this tunnel?
Not that far, but it's entirely submerged.
Oh boy.
Completely submerged, yeah.
Yeah, cave diving, the safest thing.
Yes.
Yes. It's like a real world anxiety of mine.
Oh,
So-
it's horrifying.
Yeah.
I've done a very small amount of sort of being in a cave while diving, and it's not fun.
I love not being able to breathe and being claustrophobic. What a rush!
Yeah, it sounds terrifying. I'm fascinated by it though. The
Yeah.
people that do that are fucking wild. So Rolo kind of gets up in front of like kind of where the tunnel is, and he'll kind of put the light below the surface of the water, and he'll kind of put his head underneath the water for a moment and kind of shine the light in there and see what he can see kind of underneath the water. Can he see anything really with his eyes opened, or?
Yeah, the water's actually very, very clear. It's probably like fresh rainwater. I mean the floor of the of this cistern is covered in like weed and moss and stuff. But no, it's pretty clear. It's not like silty or anything. Yeah, and I mean the light you can shine it down the tunnel. It doesn't shine to wherever the end of the tunnel is, but also it probably only reaches 30 or 60 feet. So.
Oh boy. Oh, he kind of comes back up out of the water. Well, I don't see the end of the tunnel, but I hope you boys can hold your breath.
Well, I think if I get my my robe here and in its silken glory, maybe wet it a bit, and I don't know, maybe I can capture some air with it and use it as a kind of an air chamber.
You like the Bear Grylls tie your pants so you can. That's really dumb, but I'll let you do it. Only because they're fine clothes. It's a high enough thread count that you can capture a bit of it. Or maybe they're like slightly waxed or something.
Yeah. It's funny.
Beautiful red and yellow cape comes off and is fashioned into some sort of ball.
Your Technicolor dream cloak.
Rolo's just kind of watching this with a certain degree of fascination. Now, what sort of magic is that, Jacketh?
No magic at all, really. It's just a way of capturing, the air.
The air.
That sounds like magic to me, honestly.
So Rolo will kind of submerge himself again, and he'll take a big deep breath and kind of submerge himself and start swimming as hard as possible down this tunnel.
Give me exert.
Okie dokie.
I think con might make sense, unless strength you're going for like I'm gonna swim as fast as possible, as opposed to like I'm drawing on my deep lungs.
I think I want to try to do it like as fastly and strongly as possible. Con is fine, whatever. Strength,
I think
dex,
strength
con.
makes sense for that. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
If you're just trying to go as fast as possible, strength is definitely the one there.
Oh,
Oh, damn.
14 succeeds, no problem.
Just fucking torpedoes through the water.
This is the highest possible DC,
Yeah.
so I think you're good.
Yeah, and he's got his newfound lantern kind of held out in front of him. Occasionally he'll like kind of turn it backwards to maybe signal where he is for the other two.
Mm-hmm.
Where do I find myself?
So after the like a pool length or two, there's like clearly you can see the surface of the water, and you find yourself in like it's a bit like loading dock-y. Like the pipes come up out of the water and go into the wall, but it's a roughly square room with some stairs on the left-hand side leading up. Into the
Rolo comes up out of the water, and he'll kind of like turn around and shine the light back down the tunnel and see if he can see his friends coming.
All right, Jacketh, use your air magic, and then I'll follow after you.
Okay then. So Jacketh tries to get this thing in the pipe and himself and swim forward.
Yeah, go ahead. Also make an exert. And I think con makes sense, and then give yourself a +2.
Oh,
Nice.
I've no idea how I do that, so I'll add it on in a minute.
I think it should. Yeah.
That's a
we're good
total of
Yeah.
9.
That's good because okay, nine passes. Yeah, you're able to. You're doing like an awkward, like the top of the robe is scraping against the top of it as you're like kicking your way, like with a little bubble over. But you make your way up. You peek down and see the light that Rollo's shining, and let yourself pop to the top.
Ah, Rollo.
Just imagine immediately it's a sheet over your head.
Yeah, and I'll follow suit afterwards and just take a big deep breath and jump in and start swimming.
Yep. Exert con.
Uh, 7.
Yeah, so you find yourself Abnorms is
Oh wait, actually, can I use my masterful expertise to re-roll that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Just to, I don't know, I don't like where that's going, Jack. Okay, how's 9?
9 passes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't like the inhale you took before that. Yeah.
Prospector.
Yeah.
No, you're also able to. You're close to out of breath, but Abnorms is able to hold his breath the whole time, and then yes, he sees the light that Rollo is shining and pops up into this room. So yeah, this room is maybe like 30 feet by 30 feet. The pipes all come up out and lead into. I know I said you guys were going south, but just for the purposes of things being oriented towards the compass directions, they lead to the north. There's like a lip that is like the northmost 20 feet of the room that's above water level. There are like some metal crates stacked up against the far wall, and then on up against the west wall there are stairs that lead north. So like along the west wall leading north.
Okay.
Metal crates, you say?
Mm-hmm.
What's that, Abnorms?
I've never been so happy to see stairs before.
The water's not bad though. And, Rollo will kind of do like a back a backstroke over to the edge of the pool. Yeah.
Just holding like
It's a little cooler here.
Yeah. Oh,
so.
Nice. He's like, I gotta say, diving underwater for that long in like more than just normal temperature water is like kind of like pressure. I just get pressure on my sinuses. I never do that in real life. So I was like, oh god, this is.
Yeah.
These metal containers, are they big?
They're like maybe a meter square, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Crates, kind of.
Crates. Okay, cool.
What valuables do you think are in here then?
I know, a metal crate.
What's the price of steel these days? I mean, the crates themselves could be.
We can't move these crates, Abnorms.
Oh,
No.
that's a good point. Yeah.
We're gonna take it back through the tunnel.
Points to an old forklift. Perhaps that weird device could.
Well, we're not playing Blades in the Dark.
Yeah. I just start making shit up. It's just like.
Yeah, I take 2 points of stress. There's a forklift.
Yeah, it's a forklift now,
Wait.
and I also have a forklift license, so I'm able to use it.
Ooh, you're forklift certified. I forgot that you took that foci.
Yeah.
My friend, the forklift operator, is here.
You said it would come into play, but I proved them wrong.
I took the acquire asset action last downtime, so the forklift operator is here with us.
I love that game.
So is the forklift operator in the room?
I
with us
love the
right
idea.
now?
This is just a guy just Jim with a hard hat. It's like, okay, my time to shine.
Oh, finally, you guys are
Here.
here.
On
Let's
the
get these
clock.
crates loaded up. I get a break in 10 minutes. Let's hurry this up.
He's also not wet.
Yeah, he's just sitting there.
Munching on a sandwich.
Yeah, I mean, we can go and try and open those crates up, see what's inside. Perhaps there's some nice valuables.
Yeah. course. Let's do it. Like Roll gets up out of onto the ledge, and like he's just, his cape is soaking wet and just dripping. You know, it's kind of, you can tell it's kind of like weighing him down. So he kind of takes his cape off and he's wringing it out there on the ledge.
Right. Well, if no one else is going to look, I'm gonna head right on over there.
Just sopping wet. Like
Yeah.
There could be a book in here.
So there's like 2 crates kind of roughly stacked on each other.
So he'll try and kind of jemmy the top lid off if there's some sort of lid with his dagger.
Yeah, there is a lid. A dagger is probably a little fragile to try to pry open a metal crate.
Rollo, you got a crowbar you can help out Jacket with?
I think someone had a crowbar.
Thankfully, no. I feel it would have weighed me down. I do not have.
I mean, I got this hand axe. I can use that as a chisel if you.
You can use the back end.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like in the front end, you could do it in like.
Oh yeah.
Axes are always used like you can just like.
It's more of like you could use it as a.
You can pommel it. Yeah, just
not
sort
good for it.
No, it's no. If this breaks, I wouldn't be surprised. It's just that like I'm. It's better than a dagger, which will just snap off.
Yeah. No, that's fine. That'll work. I mean, just take a turn to do it. It's fine.
Yeah. I just squish all over there, and then I try to help Martin pry it open.
Yeah. It takes a bit of doing, but you're able to pry it, and then it pops the like rivets off the corners, and you're able to open it up. It's filled with oblong, milky white stones, a few inches across. Mostly.
I'll pick one up.
It feels like a rock.
Does it feel expensive?
Feels like a rock.
That's quite pretty. Perhaps we can find somebody who would buy this, Jacketh.
I think they're a little heavy, but they're very well made. Is there any writing on them?
Crates full of the things.
Any writing on them?
No, they're like polished smooth. Give me a notice, Martin.
Wisdom?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Ooh, 9.
Okay. You notice that there's appears to be like a darker colored stone that's like mostly hidden by the top layer. It looks like maybe a black one.
Well, there are stones of different colours here. Look, here's a black one, and he digs it out.
You touch it and it hurts to touch.
Ooh.
Wow!
It's like you've been pricked. It doesn't, not like damaged, obviously, but
How big are these stones? Did you say?
not this big.
About that big? Okay.
Yeah, it fits actually. It feels kind of nice in your palm. Very smooth.
Just one of the black ones, or is there like a layer of black ones under the white ones?
If you, it's just one there, but yeah, if you're like feeling around a little more, you stick your arm in there and it's like, ow, another one that you assume is a black one because it hurts to touch.
Jack rolls 36 damage just to.
Hypochondriacs damage.
Yeah.
36 for ow.
Yeah.
Ow!
Does it feel like a shock, or?
It's a bit like something between a shock and a pinprick. It's not physically hurting you, like it's not like you come away and it's drawing blood or something, but it pricks you when you initially touch it.
Can he pick it up with something that might still be dry or kind of non-conductive?
Yeah, you can wrap your sleeve around your hand and grab it or something. Yeah, it doesn't hurt when you do that.
Huh.
Doesn't hurt when I pick it up with my fine robe. He's just going to touch it on things to see if it has some effect. Maybe the floor or the water.
Seems like a rock.
I'm just gonna grab like a little sack and just pick up like a handful of them to put in the sack. These little black ones. I'm like, if we come across anybody, we could perhaps get a little distraction, chuck it at them. Both the pain of a rock being thrown at you and the pain of whatever this pricking sensation is.
Yes.
Just in case, just a little, little pocket rock.
You do have sense magic, Martin.
That's a
As
good
an
idea.
art.
Oh, we're on a different scene now, aren't we? So yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You do have 2 efforts, so you can do 2.
Oh
in
right, I
one.
thought I only had one. I was going to crack one of those off in the other room, but I thought I'd probably done it with the comprehend languages.
Yeah, so you get
Yeah.
1 for your int, and then 1 for your magic 1 skill. So.
Oh, cool. Yep. Let's do that then.
Yeah, they actually read. So I always imagine the magic vision to kind of be like fucking detective vision, or the Witcher site, right?
Yeah.
Where you get kind of smears of stuff, in kind of negative. And so magic stuff, things that are like strongly exuding a magic aura might be like white or something. This is the opposite of that. Like it's emitting an inverse of magic.
Ooh.
So it reads as very much more strongly non-magical than anything mundane.
Oh, can I try touching it?
It hurts when you touch it.
Oh, it hurts.
Ow.
Okay,
It's
that
like
hurts me
you get
too. Okay,
shocked,
cool.
yeah.
I should know. Sorry, I was just trying to see if you were a wizard. If that's why.
Yes. Do the white ones glow or not glow or
No, they seem mundane.
Does it look like the white ones have been packed around the edge of the crate to use as some sort of insulation? Would that be fair?
It seems pretty random how they're distributed.
Okay.
You also do get a 1-sentence description, which can be as vague as I want it. Yeah, it's like feels like condensed anti-magic, more or less.
Yes. Well, I think you're right to pick these up. Abnorms, I think they could be useful.
Now the only question is, by me having them near you, are you not gonna be able to cast spells? I'm just assuming that you're talking out loud that you're saying these are anti-magic sort of things. Is there any sort of like fields of anti-magic here that's happening where you don't feel magical anymore or anything like that, or is it just from touch? Do you think?
Absolutely no idea, but it seems fine at the minute. I mean, I was able to sense that these were highly anti-magic, which is kind of a magical thing, so I guess I'm fine.
Yeah, they don't exude any kind of anti-magic
Okay.
aura. They're like very finely contained, which is in itself kind of unusual for how magical auras work.
Well, I'll just take 5. I don't want to be too greedy here, and but perhaps somebody will buy these.
Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe 10, 15? You could carry 20 at least.
You only find about a half dozen of them in there.
Okay, yeah. Sounds good. Yeah. So I'll take 5 of them. I'll just throw them in a little sack and put it on my belt.
We could crush one up and make a potion of anti-magic from it.
It's actually not a bad idea, but perhaps we shouldn't experiment with these too much while we're very far from the nearest doctor. Actually, I'm the nearest doctor, and I don't want to die because
Yes.
So
Abnorms, you're a doctor.
well, I mean, my first name is Doctor. But the thing is, I have
Dr. Abnorms?
I have a
is
little bit
your-
of medical training. I'm not exactly certified, but don't worry, I'll be able to patch you up if anything bad happens.
Should I call you doctor?
No. Abnorms is fine. We're friends.
Well, you said doctor was your first name. And...
Well, listen, let's not go too deep into the lore of where I'm from, okay? The first name's more formal than the last name. Let's just leave it at that.
Oh, well, I will have to learn more about your culture. What a strange way of looking at things.
You really don't want to. Trust me. I think we should head for those stairs and out of this place. Actually, wait, isn't there a second crate we should
I was going to say.
should we shove over this crate? Because I think this one's on top of this. This other
It
one.
is, yeah.
Is this crate way too heavy to push over, Jack, or is it?
It's filled with rocks, so
It's
you can
probably
push it over.
Yeah.
You can't, like, lifting it would be pretty tough.
It's probably just more rocks. What do you think?
Well, but how do we know? Maybe the rocks were weighing down the valuables inside the other crate.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
What did you
To discourage such people as you that like to give up so easily.
Yeah,
And roll.
yeah. I just hated my head
on the crate.
visibly exhausted after swimming for like a pool length, and then having to open up this crate. I'm just like, yeah, you do it.
Jack is
Alright.
going to put his full body weight against it as well. And, no doubt
Yeah, the
it'll
two
topple.
of you shove it for a second. It kind of grates along the metal crate under it, and then teeters on the edge and topples, sideways. It makes a deafening bang as a rock-filled metal crate slams against, like, essentially a concrete floor in a room with, like, unfeatured walls. It's like a grenade going on.
Yeah, just like, so they just like,
Yeah, you get a nice tinnitus ring for a second there.
And we totally did not put the lid back onto it.
No,
Sorry,
no,
no.
And so rocks go everywhere. They plop into the water as they skitter. It's like a horribly like unsafe surface now.
Yeah.
It's covered in glassy rocks.
I really can't drive that forklift now. This is completely an unworkable
against
space.
code.
Yeah. All right, crack that bad boy open, Rollo.
Well, Axeman, have at it.
Yeah, I'll just need your help as I sort of meekly kind of try and get the second one open after already exerting
So
myself.
like you stick the axe kind of into the kind of space between the lid and the box, and kind of start trying to like push the handle down, and Rollo just comes up and kind of like leans on the far end. And he's like, "No, you see, you need leverage. Use the far end." You're all choked up on like the head of the axe, you know, trying to like turn it.
Yeah.
And then you notice that this side of the crate is hinged, and you're trying to pry open.
The other side.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah, there's just a latch there. Yeah, okay, we'll just
Yeah, there's a latch on the other side.
All right, let's just grab the latch. Yeah.
Yeah, it opens. It's not locked.
I like to imagine Rollo saw the latch from the beginning and then said, "Come on, Axeman, just pry it open." Just all right, let's get this thing open.
Yeah. So inside this one, there is just moldering hay, or straw. There is still like the impression of like an indent, as if something was packed into it, in a shape that is kind of like what it's hard to tell what it might have been.
Sort of book shaped, maybe.
Well,
No, it's like a
impression.
strange, complex shape.
I think like with like an arrow or something, I'm just gonna put it in the hay and start just like moving the hay around, trying to see if there's anything else inside, or if it's just fully empty. Let's have hay.
No, just hay.
What'd I tell you? We just wasted time and created a giant amount of noise. I already have tinnitus, and this is not helping.
This
Well-
could be to our advantage. We could. I'm going to take a little bundle of this, and he's going to take a little bundle of hay.
Is that it? Was there a follow up to that? Okay, I
It
thought
sounded
you were.
like you had something else
Yeah,
to say.
you
did.
sound like you were leading up to something. Like you had a plan for the hay.
you really did. This could be useful.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
That was perfect. You said it like you were about to end off with a different sense for how it can be used, but that's just full stop. This can come and did.
Ooh,
Man.
this will be useful.
Man of mystery.
Yeah, just shoves the hay into his bag. All right,
Like
well.
your sleeve.
Bit itchy.
Oh God.
Pocket hay.
Yeah. All right, let's.
Definitely gonna be waiting for that hay to come out.
Yeah, it'll be the
Yes.
climactic moment.
Well, I guess there wasn't anything in there, and the haze probably won't be useful at all. But there's the stairs. Let's head on.
Let's go.
When Rollo will kind of like bound up the stairs, he takes them like 2 or 3 at a time, very enthusiastically.
All right, yeah, the stairs lead up into a hexagonal passageway that's about 10 feet. I guess it's 10 feet by 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 10 feet. But, yeah, that leads down into like a larger room. And this room is like kind of a... It's a roughly square room, about the size of the previous one. On the west wall, there are stairs leading downward, and on like a stairwell. And on the east wall, there is a set of stairs that leads upward. On the north wall, there is a set of very heavy-looking double doors with small square windows set into them.
Are the windows at a height that we could look through? If so,
Yeah,
Rolo
they're
will
like, yeah,
take a peek.
Yeah. So these windows look into a huge room. There are like strange consoles and chairs arrayed around it with like devices, really inscrutable devices, like winding between the consoles. In the center of the room, there is like it's recessed, and so you can't see all of it. Yeah, actually, it's kind of what the passages are like. They're just smooth. There is some kind of gigantic like glass. It almost looks like an alembic or something, like some kind of piece of like chemist or alchemical glassware that's set into the ground that winds its way up towards the ceiling and has like ports leading off of it. You can also see at the far end of the room, there's a stairway that leads up to like a walkway or a gantry, and there is like a windowed kind of like room that looks down upon the floor. And you can see that the back wall of that is lined with bookshelves. It's like an office, like a well-appointed looking office.
Books.
Rolo will open the door or try to open the door.
They don't move. There are no handles either.
Oh.
Yeah, and they are, you can tell by the thickness of the window, the doors are like probably 5 or 6 inches thick.
Jeez.
Well, we may need to find another means of operating these doors.
Yeah, what else is in this room, Jack?
So there's the stairs. On the wall next to the doors, there's like a flat panel that sticks out a little bit from the stone.
Is there anything on the flat panel?
There's an indent that's about this big.
Okay. I'm gonna go check out that little panel and sort of see if I can make it out, and also talk to Jack. I might need your magical ability to read whatever's on this panel here as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there is like some writing on it that is. It's not the same script from before. It's almost looks familiar. It's probably writing from before the Reaping King, to like old Gothic writing. So
Yeah.
it'd be like trying to read Old English. Like you're like, I don't really know what this says. Like
Yeah.
half of the words don't mean anything to me. So
Oh, arcane lexicon it is then.
yeah. Yeah, it says level 1 access required.
Level 1 access, whatever the hell that means. See if you can stick one of those strange stones in there.
Okay. Yeah, and I'll just rifle around and grab one. I'll use like a piece of cloth to like not touch it and sort of push it in to the sort of push it against the indent.
Yeah, you press a rock against like a credit card sized indent.
Yeah.
Halves against the indent.
Yeah, I don't think it's fitting.
It's like an adventure game. Like
Yeah.
clicking everything in your inventory.
Yeah,
and then
I just stick
clicking
my
it.
dagger in, and then like my water skin just keep slapping against it. Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna work. I don't think.
Yeah, yeah. I just start breaking down next to Jacketh, just repeating the same thing over and over again.
You're trying everything in your inventory.
Yeah.
Pressing it up against.
I've got some hay.
I don't think it's gonna work. I think we need some sort of key, like some sort of. I've seen this sort of thing before. I think I think somebody might have a key down here that we need to find. Maybe perhaps one of the people who works here or used to work here, or.
Yeah.
Well,
Whatever.
you say you've seen this sort of thing before.
Yeah, once a long time ago, but it was an actual key, not this weird slot. But yeah, it was similar to this, but not really. Listen, my culture's weird. I'm not gonna go too far deep into it again. Well, let's just go. There's some stairs over there. Let's.
I understand, Doctor. I understand now. If we perhaps we can find the key on one of the workers here, that makes sense to me. Although I've never seen anything quite like this before.
No, don't get me wrong, me either. This is completely foreign to me. It's just I don't know. I feel like we gotta find some. Maybe this is some sort of cult that they have keys that get in here. Maybe we can find one of the members or something.
Yes, a key cult. Well, let's find them then.
Well, down or up?
Is one of the stairways the way we came in, or is it just are there both a way up and down?
No, there's a way up and a way down. Yeah, the hallway leads back to where you came in from.
Well, I mean, down probably goes into water, so should we go up?
Let's go up. Yes, I agree.
All right, let's go up.
So from one thing as you prepare to ascend the staircase, you can hear like a clicking coming from upstairs. That sounds like something being wrapped against like the walls or the floor, fairly hard.
Rollo will kind of try to sense how close it is, and maybe kind of try to sneak up and take a look see at what might be making the noise.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a sneak roll in that case.
Sneak, dexterity?
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
A strength sneak.
Yeah.
Oh my god. God damn it.
Rolling well today.
Jesus. Yes. 1 second. Let's see if I don't think I have a picture for this. But...
Roll kind of gets down almost like on all fours. He's kind of like squatted down and he's kind of like using his hands to kind of like creep forward, kind of a thing. Staying real low.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you sneak up there, and this the stairs lead up to like a small stairwell kind of room that then opens into like a slightly larger room. This looks like it's unclear what the original purpose of this room was. Most of the furniture is all kind of destroyed, and there's like just some debris in places. It's mostly pushed up into the corners. There is a it's a huge thing in this room. It has kind of a like buggy crustacean-y exoskeleton, but the body is really long and thin with spindly legs. It's probably somewhere between 2 and 3 meters long, and it's bigger around than a person. It has kind of large milky eyes and this like long protrusion down from where like a mouth might be, and it is like moving around like relatively smoothly and slowly, and that long thing flicks out and is smacking against the surface of the ground, like a pharyngeal jaw kind of going like it does not seem to have noticed you.
All right. So, looking like around the room itself, are there visible exits or anything like that? You said it was pretty well kind of destroyed, it seemed like.
Yeah, so there is a set of doors on the west wall in the middle. There's a set of windows on the east wall, but it's dark, so you can't see out of them. There are a few patches of like what looks like maybe like a lichen or a fungi or something in here that are glowing blue in the room.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of creep back down the stairs to my companions. And Rolo says, "There's some sort of alien monstrosity up there. I think it's some sort of giant, I don't know, centipede or some such. I think it's blind. It's crawling around the room using one of its protuberances as some sort of a guide, like a blind man uses a cane. I think. It's big.
Well, why don't we
15
look
feet.
downstairs then? Maybe they don't exist down there.
Could be. There's there's some exits from that room. There's a row of windows and a door. Now, like the windows, like I guess I'm kind of wondering if they potentially looked out into the sealed room at all. Like, would that orientation make any sort of sense? Do you know what I mean? In the way that like the office windows kind of look over the floor, were these windows potentially also connected to that larger room?
No, they're like out, yeah, off east of there.
Yeah,
This room
fair
is
enough.
probably like up and east. Like it may be
Okay,
like
so it's
even with the upper half of the big room, but it's set off to the side.
okay,
somewhere.
cool.
Or a little past it.
Do you want to take a look downstairs? Maybe we can find an easier path.
I'm
Yeah.
all for easy.
Yep. Fuck that. And I start walking down the stairs.
Yeah, and I'll follow.
If
Just a very quick one. Sorry, I've just noticed I've got a mage error here. I've got all of my 6 spells prepared, and I should only
Oh,
have
I meant
3.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I meant to bring that up earlier. Actually, yeah, just pick the 3. It's fine.
Yeah, that's cool.
I will say, Rello, if we do have to deal with that thing, I think the best plan of action is I can put down maybe perhaps some sort of trap, and if you and Jacketh want to, I guess, distract it and fight it and bring it over. You said it's blind, right? I might be able to get a good trap without it noticing.
Milky eyes. It looked blind.
Hmm.
It's probably been underneath the ground here for a long time.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, and as far as like heading downstairs, I'm not going to be like quite as sneaky necessarily personally, unless like we hear something ahead of us or something like that. But
Yeah, there's not so much heading down these stairs. So yeah, you can head down the stairs. So this leads again into kind of like a small stairwell-y sort of room. And there are hallways that lead north and south. Again, the same kind of hexagonal hallways. You can hear the same kind of faint clicking in the hallway to the north. The one to the south, and actually the stairwell room as well, are blotched with the same kind of
Fungi.
bioluminescent fungi or moss, yeah, whatever it is, glowing blue in some places.
oh, I wonder what this stuff is.
If
And
they're
Rolo
feeding
will
on
like.
it. Do you think? Maybe
Oh,
it's
does it-
nutritious.
Oh, could be. If we're down here long enough, we might find out.
God, no.
Something about your delivery.
Yeah.
Max.
Yeah. Yeah, that was very good.
Rolo will kind of like scrape some off the wall and smell it a little bit. And does it stay glowing? Like if you kind of collect it, if you take it off the wall?
So do you like purposefully go for some of the glowing stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you like when you scrape it, you pull it away and it dims to nothing.
Now,
It's also not all glowing. Like parts of like, you know, different growths of it will be glowing, and then parts of it will not be.
Give it a try, Rollo.
Yeah, Rollo, like, he sniffs it, and if it's not like a completely foul smell, you know, if it smells like vegetation, he might take a little nibble.
Yeah, it's like vegetal with. It doesn't smell weird. It does taste strangely metallic. So it's probably not good to eat, if Rollo had to guess.
Yeah, it doesn't taste good. Yeah, like he kind of nibbles on it, you know, like I like, you know, trying out wild plants and whatnot. I do this all the time, and like he I was just like, it's not good.
But you said we hear more of that clacking up ahead, Jack?
To the north. To the south, it's quiet.
Okay. Well, let's head south then.
Agreed. Maybe we can avoid these, whatever they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the south hallway is kind of, again, splotched irregularly with this growth. And it cuts to the east, and then goes a little bit longer, and then opens into another square room. This room is completely devoid of any of those growths. And there's a door on the north wall.
Ah, perfect. Now this fungi stuff. Let's perhaps we can find that key somewhere around here.
Yes, agreed.
Yes.
I'll head for the door if there's nothing of real interest in this room.
Yeah, give me a con save as you take a step into the room.
Okay.
Or it's not con, but body, rather.
Physical?
Physical, yes.
Ooh, boy. Oh, yeah, it's wait, is it?
Yeah, nice. Yeah, you want to roll over
okay.
your threshold. So yeah, your threshold goes down as your level goes up.
Right.
Yeah, okay. So
I mean,
Abnorms goes to... Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm sure I was right behind him. Should I also roll?
Yeah, go ahead and make one as well. That's fine.
I'll do it.
Oh boy. Yeah, there we go.
So maybe you were just in front of him.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh god, Jack, he's like, I'm
right into the room.
Yeah, Jack is like, I'm being left behind.
So yeah, this makes sense because Abnorms is not in front ever.
Yeah.
So he's like one step behind him. So yeah, Rollo and Jack, they're like, yeah, sure, door, let's go. And you pass over the threshold of the room and like take a few steps, and then like as if you're hitting like a wall of something, like your vision blurs. You can feel your skin start to like crack, and you draw back reflexively and can't resist. You vomit up everything in your stomach. Everyone, okay, so for Rollo,
I guess that was some bad fungi, huh, Rollo?
take 3 damage, and for Jacob, take 1.
I didn't even eat the fungi. It must have been the water.
Rollo is kind of like dropped to his knees and is like puking his guts out, and you see like there's blood kind of in the vomit.
Yeah, I'll just try and pull you two back a little bit, just try and get you out of the room.
Yeah. So like for both of them, like the skin on their face is like red and blotchy and has like peeled a bit in some places.
Ooh, boy.
Like a sunburn almost, or like
It kind of like a burn, yeah.
Abnor was thinking to himself, now I'm the pretty one. And I'm just... So Abnor is pretty adept with sort of traps and stuff. Is there any way for him to sort of look around the room while not entering it to try and see where maybe like the source of this kind of effect may have come from?
Yeah, I won't take a roll for that. So... Notably, there is nothing that appears off about this room. There's nothing obvious about where this is coming from. There's nothing visible to you about where it is. It looks entirely... There's not like, a slight shimmer to the air or something. It looks totally empty.
Oh, God, okay. Well, guys, I'm not seeing anything that stands out. I think this is a cursed room. I think there's some horrible murders that happened here or something. I don't think we should go in. I think there's bad spirits in the air.
But you had no problem going in.
Well, I mean, my foot's a little sore right now. The part that stepped in, but I'm okay.
My lumbago.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to see if this is I don't know, has a strange magical aura about it, and the has a suspicion that it might be the same as something to do with the black bricks, perhaps. Same sort of thing?
It's so the room does read as a little more than the latent amount of magic. Like, right, so the whole thing with your sense magic also allows you to see in the dark, right? Because
Yeah.
the way that the also, I assume somebody has or you're using the lights, right?
Yeah, we're just little balls.
Yeah.
It's otherwise pitch black in here. Other than the glowing plants. So like the way that obviously your vision is like the legacy, which is like the the thing that suffuses the world and technology so powerful it's magic. It has kind of like a latent amount of energy around everything. This room is like you turn the background brightness up like a couple notches. It's noticeable, but it's really vague. It's not like you can
I obviously Jacketh doesn't, but I think I know where we are.
yeah. Has everyone picked up on it?
Yeah, it's the bad spirit room. I have already said that.
Yes, I think I do have an idea actually. Now that you just said that, yeah, I watched Chernobyl.
Yeah. Well,
Interesting.
I unfortunately against my my very core, I think we should take our chances with the monsters. At least I can
That doesn't
at least
sound good.
at least I can see them.
I'm feeling quite poorly right now, to be honest. But maybe we can sneak past them.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. So that vomiting spell that was half of Rolo's hit points.
Ooh.
Yeah. Let's go.
Well, Jacketh, I guess it's your turn to take lead.
I mean, you can use first aid.
Yeah. How does healing work?
So
precisely?
you can take a couple minutes and cure D6 plus heal, but it adds system strain. So
Okay.
which is fine.
My heal is a -1.
My heal's a 1, so I can patch you up.
Now, system strain is the kind of 0 out of 10 thing we have on our character sheet.
So
How does that?
Yeah,
ahead.
so the thing that usually adds system strain is healing. And so what it is kind of healing is very strong and it's not that hard to do. But once you're at 10 system strain, you can't gain any advantage from anything else that would cause system strain. And it recovers at a rate of 1 per day that you get a full night's bed rest. So it essentially acts as like healing is relatively
It
strong.
limits. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you can't just spam it indefinitely, kind of a thing.
Yeah, you're gonna have to eventually go back to town or take a couple days off and sit down and rest.
That makes sense. I mean, you can only get your ass beat so many times and brought back from the brink before you're just a meat,
Right.
meat puppet.
Yeah, so
totally.
like to an extent in this game, healer like the healer subclass and healing is very powerful, but when you hit the limit, you're at the limit. And
Is there anything else to it, or is it just once you hit 10, you can't? Is there any like as it gets higher, there's more things that are added, like exhaustion? It's just cool.
nope. It's just your con, so it can be different for everybody.
And like how many
Oh.
times? How many times can you like heal in a day, per se?
As many
Like,
as you want.
know,
Yeah,
no shit. Okay.
You just only get back 1 per day.
the limit is
Also,
your
yeah,
body.
It doesn't auto-calc system strain for some reason. It should be your constitution attribute.
Okay, so like mine's 14, so my system change
It should be 14.
should be 14.
Yeah.
Okay. But Dan, I don't mind if I have to do a roll. I don't mind healing you since my character's the
It's your con. That'd be awesome. It's your con attribute. That's hilarious. Mine's 5.
Oh boy.
Oh,
boy.
Cool.
I thought mine was bad. I've
Yeah.
got 8.
All right, Alex, roll a d6 plus 1.
Okay. Is it intelligence? What would be the wisdom?
How do you think? How do you do it? How's Abnorms go about it?
I mean, I can go with wisdom, just going off of what I think. I guess using some old knowledge of I guess dealing with other sort of maybe diseases similar to this. Obviously, I've never dealt with exactly this sort of thing, but I guess it's close enough to. Obviously, I don't know what radiation is, but I do know what like I guess plagues and stuff. So I guess just try and patch them up, put some water in them, and see what I can do. Add like a salve. All right. Okay.
Dang! Holy moly! Yeah, I'm back up.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, sorry. It's just roll d6 plus 1.
Oh, d6 plus 1. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, you don't need to make a check for this.
Oh, I got you. Oh well, I guess I almost have you.
You can do it again. It'll just add another system strain to
For 1 hit point. Do you think it's worth it, Dan? With only 5.
No, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's
I
fine.
think we'll hold off until you can get a little
All right.
more. I mean, he's almost back to max now. He only lost 3.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I'm great.
HP
That's the
back.
beauty of having no HP.
Yeah, the bright side.
Healing's easier.
It's very easy to heal you.
Yeah, you got to see the Mr. Brightside in things.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Um,
Thank you, Abnorms. I feel much better.
Yeah, no problem, buddy.
All right. So we backtracking around and going to the northern hallway here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you can still hear the clicking echoing down this hallway. You get further down and it's still the kind of 6-sided angular hallway. But some of the angles have been smoothed out and covered in what is now dried mud. And so this hallway likewise curves east like the other one. And from a good distance, you can see that as it goes further down, more and more of it is caked in kind of this looks like purposefully smoothed and dried mud. The clicking is frequent enough that you can infer that there's more than one thing there. And I don't know how close you want to get.
No, listen. I think we should just deal with the one upstairs if we're going to deal with these creatures. And these ones might not be blind, if that one upstairs is blind, that is.
We don't really know, but yeah, one is better than more than one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good job.
Sage saying.
Yeah, just pat your
Roll
horrible.
just nods very slowly.
Just slump against the
Hang
corner,
on.
slightly
My
I
grandfather, a man of infinite wisdom, used to say,
Yeah.
one
Yes.
is better than more than one.
He was a very poor man.
I think it was mostly to justify how little money he had.
Yeah.
It didn't really make sense until this situation, actually. It's very fitting here. Yes, let's go upstairs.
I have a plan.
Yeah, so let's,
plan.
we make our...
Well, I'm just gonna. Where's Abnorms? Abnorms, come back to us. Come back to us, Abnorms. Yes. Well, if these things can't see, then surely they must be able to smell. So, I've not met a creature yet that likes fire. Well, I'm sure there must be something. But so why don't we light this hay with a little oil that I have, and create some smoke, and maybe they'll disappear.
Oh, that's a real risky bet. I don't know about that.
Yes. Well, Jacketh, perhaps we could light a fire as a distraction of some sort.
Yes.
Just draw its attention away from us, whether it flees or is drawn towards the fire. Perhaps we could use it the opportunity to sneak by.
Yes. Well, I was thinking the smoke. It might think the place was on fire and it would need to vacate.
And
They
run
could,
right
yeah.
into us if it has no other way
Disorient
to
it.
go.
Well,
I see your point.
I don't believe Rello mentioned any other way out there that right? That room upstairs. I don't think there was any sort of like open hall or anything like that. I think it was just closed doors.
Well, there was a bay of windows and also I believe it was a closed door. Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yes.
I'm up for giving it a try.
Yeah, well, like I said, I have a few things here. We can perhaps just put down a trap if we want to get its attention. Perhaps we can bring it over.
Ah.
Don't worry. I'm sure we'll find time for your hay soon enough, Jacketh. Your hay magic will be used eventually.
Yes. I'm surprised you didn't take more of the magic hay. There's so much of it.
Well, I have a reasonable amount. He
Just
opens his cloak and you can see it all.
It's just a shitload of hay that he just bundled up.
it's coming out of your fucking collar, your fucking sleeves and shit. All right. Yes. Maybe we can set a trap and try to draw it into it. I like that idea.
Yeah.
Jacketh, you can try to draw it into the trap. Abnorms, you set the trap, and I can lay in wait to potentially ambush it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jack, I don't know if I'll be able to have time. Like, obviously, we can get into that when that happens. But I'm trying to go for a lethal sort of, not lethal trap, but like a very dangerous trap as much as I
Damaging
can.
trap,
Yeah,
yeah.
damaging trap. So using any sort of things I might have in my disposal, like broken pieces of glass, metal, that sort of thing, and just sort of like a kind of like, I guess, sort of snare sort of thing for it to walk over towards us if we start firing at it with arrows, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. We won't overthink it too hard.
Yeah.
You can take 10 minutes and improvise something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you want to trap like the doorway that leads into that room from the stairwell, or what's the plan? You want to try to draw it down the stairs? Like where are you setting your ambush?
I think
essentially?
the doorway works because I think at least that way, if it can't even really fit through too fast, it'll hit the trap. Perhaps be stuck there a little bit, and then we can just fire arrows into it. Would be my best guess, and then we can run down the stairs if it does not care at all about what we do to it, and we can run away. And then I guess the rally point could be that room that's now basically a fucking marbles room where it might just start like slipping and sliding all over the place. All those little balls on the ground now. All those little oval things. So yeah.
Okay.
Do I need to do a roll
Awesome.
for the trap to put the trap down or
No, you just need 5 minutes to work.
Okay. Yep.
And you're doing for the damage, so you want the 1d6 plus twice your character level damage,
Yes,
right?
that's what I'm going for, if that's possible.
Okay. Cool, and then saving throw for half. Yeah, so d6 plus 2, and it'll save for half. Yeah, so then what are you doing to draw it
D6
in?
plus 4.
Or yeah, twice your level, sorry, yeah.
Maybe I can try to like throw a dagger at it or something to try to get it to run towards us. I have throwing knives. That should get its attention, I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's your whole deal, isn't it?
That's my whole deal. Yeah, that's the whole deal.
Okay.
So, am I able to like get into a position where I can try to set myself up to try to attack this thing and kind of draw it towards the trap?
Yeah. You know where the trap is, so you could always throw and then run back on the other side.
Yeah, hop over it, kind of a thing, or avoid it.
Can you go for an execution attack? Or is this thing too big
I don't know.
for that?
Can I?
Ooh.
I don't know.
Is that only for humans mostly, or is that just like a... Because you know where their
It's
vials
not
are?
only for humans.
That's not like an insta kill, right? That's just like I hit
It is, but
It is.
Wow.
Yeah, it requires a full minute for you to set
To-
up.
to set, yeah, to kind of position yourself, whether you're kind of drifting through a
Yeah.
crowd or whatever.
Or like, yeah, setting up a gun,
Yeah.
unplaced gun or something. This thing is moving around. I'll say, in this case, if you're trying throwing knife, probably not.
Against like chitinous armor, yeah, it's probably a bit much.
I don't. Yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely don't think I should be able to just like execute it per se. But yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how like the whole sneak attack scenario works exactly.
Let's just
Yeah.
piss it off and get it to come towards us so we can...
Yeah, that's
so it's
totally.
like-
I'm totally down with that. That's fine.
The way it would normally work is you make a dex shoot roll for a ranged one, which the difficulty varies based on what range band you're in. You can use Veteran's Luck on it, actually, but it doesn't auto-hit. It just gives you a reroll. If it hits, the target has to make a physical saving throw at penalty equal to your combat skill, and if they fail, they're immediately mortally wounded or dead.
Yeah, that seems a bit crazy for this scenario, but to try to even just like get an attack off on it or whatever.
Yeah.
You do have
maybe on like a surprise round, pretty much is what you want to get.
Yeah, totally.
You do have Sniper's Eye, which I don't know if that's only for execution attacks. It says attacker target shooting roll 3d6 and drop the lowest die, but I don't know if that's just for execution attacks.
Range execute or target.
I think it's
The way it's word's a little bit confusing if that means like whenever you do that, like the first one or something.
For a ranged execution attack, or
I think target shooting, it's saying like, if you're doing like a competition or something.
Competition, you're
okay,
kind of like in a little.
It's the same way that like you can use
scenario.
your luck skill for games of chance in
Gotcha.
Worlds, where it's like, you have Sniper's Eye. Of course, if somebody's like, I challenge you, you're like, yeah, fuck you. I'm just gonna throw shit up and be like, bang, and just hit it.
Yeah.
Cool. So can I just make a shoot attack then?
Yeah.
To get its attention or whatever. All right, I'm gonna do that.
Damn! Holy shit!
What's up? What is up?
Okay, in this case, just go ahead and roll damage as well.
Roll damage. Okay, so now can you throw daggers or only the throwing blade?
I think daggers also have a thrown range.
Okay, cool.
My dagger, I think, has the boot, the spear, and the
30-60 is the
now where
range.
is damage? Do I just roll the dagger?
Yeah, it's a D4 for daggers.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll just roll D4.
Plus your
plus dex.
Plus dex and plus. Sorry, hold on. If you click the die on the dagger, just take the damage.
Okay,
it
yep,
ends up rolling,
no problem.
So it gets all the modifiers right.
Missile. Okay.
Yes.
Roll.
Okay, so 4 damage.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Cool. So the dagger like buries itself between two of the chitin plates, and the thing like. So it was moving around kind of in the way that you see like, cleaner shrimp and stuff move around, where it's kind of on spindly legs, kind of like floating as if it's still under the water. Yeah. When it gets hit, it doesn't make like a scream or anything, but it turns very quickly around to face the direction you're in, and the jaw like taps out very quickly on the floor. And it like, like how usually like crabs and stuff move kind of slowly. Mm-hmm. It moves really fast for how big it is. And the fact that it looks like a long lobster.
I'm gonna jump back over the track. Try to jump back over the track and get away. It's coming.
I got my bow ready.
Let's roll initiative. So you get a +1 because Alex has alert, right?
Or no, he has alert. No, we didn't end up taking that afterwards.
No, I
thought somebody took it.
Right.
Yeah, you were going to.
Yeah, I went with Sniper's Eye.
So who's got the highest dex mod?
Mine's 1.
Mine, I think,
probably
is
the highest. So
0.
I don't think anyone has an 18. So
all right.
Whoever wants to roll a d8 +1.
Cool.
Versus
Alex.
Yeah, I'll just do that real quick. Ooh,
nice.
You win automatically.
Yeah.
Wouldn't matter. You went on a tie. So you guys get to go first.
All right. Yeah.
It is like in the other room.
Yeah, I'll fire my
is
bow off
facing
at it. And back up a bit, I guess. Oof.
Ooh.
Unfortunate.
Yep. Unfortunately, it is like long, and like the way that it moves is kind of weird, and so the arrow shoots past it. So ranged weapons notably like they don't really shock because you miss.
Yeah.
If you don't hit. So
yeah.
Whoever wants to go next. You can hold actions and stuff if you want to. That's all allowed. There is in the journal. There is the combat quick reference, which shows all the actions.
Right, yeah, I should probably get used to those because those are pretty useful for the group of us when we're dealing with these sort of fucking creatures.
They're a little like, I find them like maybe a little too granular, but it's stuff you can do. And obviously, if you have something interesting you want to do.
I think we have a pretty solid thing here, at least with the trap and running down the stairs. So
absolutely.
Add that. And I will be backing up very far as I can down the stairs as this thing keeps approaching.
Yeah, as Rollo like jumps over the trap and Abnorm's arrow goes off, he'll turn around and toss one of his throwing blades behind
All
him.
right.
Nice, that's sick.
Oh, it also, yeah, I guess you're worried a little too much. Like at the last second, you're like, oh, you almost trigger the snare as you throw it, but you manage to step over. Ugh. And yeah, it misses as well, unfortunately. Martin?
So I said, I'll kind of keep running, backing up towards the stairs, looking at Jacketh. Your turn.
He's going to open his cloak, and from within the hay, he's going to grab one of his daggers and just lob it in there, hoping for the best.
Just everyone's throwing knives.
Yeah, we're just throwing shit at it. Just get away. Yeah.
It looked like such a well set plan, and everyone's like,
Yeah. Ooh,
There you
nice.
go.
At least you hit. Oh.
yeah. So the dagger like grazes across the thing's like one of its milky eyes as it starts twitching forward, and yeah, like dribbles down some kind of fluid. But yeah, it like is like moving forward in this kind of like stuttery but very quick way. And it hits the trap. It's going to make a physical saving throw, or it's going to attempt a physical saving throw. It is going to fail, which means it's going to take a d6 plus 4 damage.
Dang,
as this trap springs on it, and it is pelted with, like sharp objects.
Hell yeah. 7 damage. I'll take that.
7, wow, okay. Yeah, it like staggers from the force of the trap. And who's in front?
Oh boy.
Rollo, I feel like you're
probably Rollo, yeah. Front's a kind of relative term, but yeah, he is the closest, probably.
Don't worry,
so
Rollo. I'll save you after this.
It stutters forward, and the pharyngeal jaw snaps out towards you.
Duh.
Oh boy. No.
Okay.
Oh boy. All right.
Sorry.
Goodbye, Rollo.
Okay.
He's got 5 hit points. Let's watch him just get fucking eviscerated.
Oh, let's see.
This is all your fault.
Oh my god.
He's dead.
So he's mortally wounded.
Yeah. Don't worry, Rollo. I got you.
The jaw from this thing snaps out, and there's like a sickening crack as it catches. Like it's not even like the teeth. It snaps out like it's just out instantly, and there's a crack as it hits Rollo in the head, and he kind of like snaps back and falls to the ground. So he is mortally wounded.
Oh, good.
He will die in 6 turns if he is not stabilized.
Yeah. Don't worry, Rollo. I got you.
6 turns. You got me. If you're gonna kill this thing.
I'll get you after we kill this thing. Yeah. Do we do initiative again, Jack?
No, it's fixed initiative.
Oh, it's just fixed
So
initiative because we
up.
always go first.
Yep.
All right. Listen, Jacketh, I don't know if you haven't got any spells for this, but I'm gonna need you right now, buddy. I'm just gonna fire off my bow at this creature and keep running backwards. Oh my god.
Oh, brutal.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna do much anyway.
No. Unfortunately, that also misses.
So hoping for the very best, Jacketh's going to try the Wind of the Final Repose. I don't know if it'll work.
All right, so yes, for those, Wind of the Final Repose is the sleep spell of this setting. If a creature is 4 or less hit die in the area of the spell, it instantly falls into a magical sleep. So as a last ditch, Jacketh casts Wind of Final Repose, and there is a haziness that materializes in front of him, and the thing, like, it's on those, you have long spindly legs, so it like had turned to the two of you after having just downed Rollo, and the legs kind of do a weird fold up as it like lays down onto the ground.
I spin towards Jack and I go, why didn't we start with that?
Oh,
And
this is difficult stuff.
I'll go over it if I can. I'll just coup de grace this thing with my hand axe. I'll just try and chop its head off. Or,
Yeah, you can do that.
okay, I will. I'm gonna try and bring back our buddy. I have the gifted surgeon thing.
Yep, this is on difficulty 9 check, and I believe Martin has a healer's kit, correct?
Ooh,
I think
I do.
Yeah, perfect. I'll grab that off you.
So that will be an extra +2 to your check result, and so, yep. So it's DC 9. Or sorry, no. It's not a +2. It's just you don't take a -2 penalty.
Okay. So it's just and then an extra 1d6 because of my gifted surgeon
Your
thing.
skill.
Okay.
That will do it.
Wow.
So,
Well, yeah. So it's 4 and 4. Yeah, 8. Okay. Yeah. There we go. We're good.
Yep. Yeah. So you're able to, coax him back. Like you probably like stabilize his neck and stuff.
Yeah.
And like give a little like.
Just imagine healing a guy on the middle of stairs and he's like head downwards. It's like the worst place to heal somebody up and just try to get him patched up and everything. And
What happened? Did the trap work?
Yeah, and so did the magic of our friend over here. I'm gonna need to heal you up here, man. You're not looking too good. I feel like the creature's still like half on him.
Yeah. So the way that it works is if you are mortally wounded, you've stabilized properly there, so he's cool. He's not dead. 1 hit point, but you count as frail now, and what frail means is that you cannot regain hit points through mundane healing.
Oh god.
Until you remove the condition. And if you are brought to 0 hit points again, you die instantly.
Oh my god. Yeah, this is old school. This is old school gaming, Jack. This is
yeah.
This
Everyone's
is
like, look, the PCs in this are pretty much 5 EPCs, okay?
Yeah. We're at level 2 and
Pretty
it's
much
like
the exact same thing.
oh,
Level
man.
2, 1 shot.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah. So it takes a week of bed rest, but a physician can try to remove it with an hour's work and a difficulty 10 check.
Okay.
Do I count as a as I have a heal 1 and also the gifted surgeon focus? I don't know if I count. Isn't a 1 sort of like I'm a general?
Yeah, no, yeah. If you find like a good table or something to put him on and you're comfortable taking an hour to do it in here.
Yeah.
You're confident one of those things won't come back up.
Yeah, I mean, I might pick him up and see if we can. This room it was in, I'll see if like there's anything there that we can find, like to put him on and start operating on him. Like on the floor, even if I can find like maybe use one of our bedrolls as like a pillow and.
Yeah. There's an area that's like near some of the glowing plants.
Yeah.
That is like totally open.
Yeah, I'll position like maybe on like in some way I'll grab the orb that Dan had and I'll have my orb. I'll sort of put them in a way where they're both like lights above him for lighting on the body while I'm working on it. And I'll just tell Jack like, hey man, you're gonna need to watch out for us because I am not gonna be able to fight at all.
They don't light up unless you're touching them.
Oh god.
So Jack will have to hold them.
Okay, Jack, if you hold them
He's the surgical lamps.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And keep an eye out while you do that. Yeah, you're just. I'll just keep telling you to like to stop moving, and you're like after like 10 minutes already, you're probably like already like shaking.
You could reset your trap as well if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll do that as well before I start working on
damaging or the delaying one.
I'll do delaying this time, just so it can perhaps buy us some time if anything happens.
Yeah, you pick out a couple of the shards that it left in the other thing and reset the trap up.
Yeah, maybe I'll rip off like one of its like sort of like pieces of it.
It does have really long like teeth.
Yeah, I'm thinking like that sort of like have a little bit of a spike trap, just that like it would perhaps like maybe.
Ooh, you know what you could do?
You
like cut out the jaw mechanism.
Yeah,
because it's like built to shoot out.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's basically like yeah. Well, in that case, I think I will do damaging. Though I'll be like sort of like a weird bear trap, sort of as I sort of have it set up there. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll do that, and I'll start operating on Rallo.
All right, go ahead. Give me it's difficulty 10, a heal check.
Okay. Oh boy. Ooh. Oh,
Oof, brutal.
just under.
Do you, you get you can use your reroll ability,
Right, I can. This
right?
might be worse.
And
But
this is your gifted Chirurgeon doesn't count for this.
when rolling heal. Oh yeah. Oh sorry. I thought it was only for mortally wounded. Yeah, when rolling heal skill checks, roll with your d6. Okay, yeah, it does.
No, and drop low. So if you get higher than a
Yeah. So I'll just.
if you get a 4 or higher, then you've passed.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you pass.
There we go.
Okay. So yeah, you actually have to you're opening his neck up, and there's yeah, I guess a pinched disc or something that you're able to I guess put a little stitch through and then reset it and stitch him back up. He's got a pretty gnarly scar or gnarly stitch down the back of his neck. But yeah, you're not frailed anymore. And I mean, I assume you're gonna want to roll a heal check for it.
Yeah.
So go ahead, yeah, d6 plus 2 or whatever it is.
I feel also
6 plus 1.
you're conscious for this the entire time. So I'm also telling you stories about how I've screwed over people in my life, just trying to distract you from the pain as I'm rooting around in your neck.
You're
Oh my
not
God!
going to do that to us, though, right?
Yeah.
That's
No,
fair.
you're my friends now. Now that I've.
So that's up to 4, and you have 2 system strain. It's up to you whether you want to take your
Can
heal
I
check too.
try to heal myself, even though I don't have I have
Oh,
a
wait.
negative heal? Is
Actually-
that still a thing, or
Can I re-roll that heal as part of my expertise, or is that just for skill checks?
What is the just for skill checks?
Okay, no worries.
So healing yourself, there is -1 on the roll for trying to do it without a heal skill, which means you're rolling it at a -3 because unskilled is at a -2.
okay?
I swear I'm a good healer, Rollo. I've just been rolling really
And it's a-
badly.
Oh, sorry. It's a d6 -1 is what it is. Because there's no check. It's just you're doing it.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll give that a try.
Hey.
All your
Dang.
points back. Another
There
point of
you
system
go.
strain.
1 point of system.
So you got 3 out of 5 now for system strain, Dan?
I have how many points of system strain?
You should have 3
Do I
at this
get-
point. You've been healed
Oh,
3
3.
times.
Okay.
3 out of 5.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 more
Oh,
heals.
So
I love
every time I get healed, I take system strain.
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
Okay, I misunderstood. I thought the healer took the strain. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Healer can do it as often as he wants until your body physically can't heal anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, I keep rolling 1s on you.
You're all good.
Because the language for this is fun because it is by spending a few more minutes tending an ally, you can heal a d6 plus heal. You are always your own ally in Worlds Without Number rules. So
Well, that's not true.
you should always be your own ally. It's not good for the mind
Yeah.
if you aren't.
Characters Worlds Without Number cannot have depression. It's not allowed by the rules.
Look, you can have depression, but you always believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Rollo kind of gets up. He's up and moving now, and he's kind of touching the back of his neck where the stitches are, and he looks weary.
You look fucked up,
he's-
bro.
Yeah.
I imagine,
Let's-
even though you're fully healed, the side of your face is probably super swollen and bruised from the hit
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah, I'm all messed up, and let's try and avoid those in the future.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
that's a good point. Jack, should we take a little break here, or do you want to do anything?
I think it's a
before-
good opportunity to take a break. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
You get back up and ready to go adventuring again because we can't escape this place anyway, Rollo. But yeah, everybody in the chat will be back in about 5 minutes or so.
Okay.
So how do you regain spell slots in Worlds Without Number? It's sleep, isn't it?
Bed.
Yeah.
You're like, you don't.
Well, I had to ask.
1 spell slot, huh? At level 2. That's awesome.
Oh, so you're out of spells now, Martin?
Yeah, I'm gone.
Okay, I can see now why you did use that first.
It could have easily prevented a TPK though. I mean,
Yeah, no, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I can't wait to die.
Yeah.
Not long now.
Yeah. So, what's in this room, Jack?
Yeah, so this room is mostly filled with just kind of the scraps of like furniture and stuff. The east wall is lined with windows, like the office style windows that are like big flat panes that don't open in any obvious way.
Mm-hmm.
And on the west wall there is a set of like double doors that
Okay.
are closed.
Yeah.
It actually looks like the debris in this room has been purposefully cleared out of the center of the floor for the most part.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. No, I was just gonna say I'm just gonna go look at the windows for my turn. Just.
Rollo sees the creature has been like hacked up with Abnorm's axe. He says, "Oh, you did it, Abnorms! How were you able to slay the creature? What a fantastic feat of bravery!"
Well, you see, it sort of tripped, and I just got my axe, and bravely, I jumped forward with my axe and put the bow away, and yeah, with a little help from our friend the wizard over here.
You distracted it
away
properly,
Yeah.
Jackus.
Yeah, it was a team effort, but yeah,
I think it was interested in the colours of my cloak, and he was wearing, waving it around like some matador.
Just lying as if he like doesn't believe in magic or something.
Yeah, I loved Martin's facial expression when I just completely just straight up lied to to Rollo, and Martin's like, you bastard. But yeah, I'll
Amazing. Amazing. You are a true warrior, Abnorms.
only when you're not looking.
Now, what do the doors look like? Similar to the last ones? Any windows in these ones?
No, these don't have windows. They're like a normal set of like office double doors, like fire doors.
Okay.
So who's looking out the window?
Me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's pitch black outside the window. Presume you're gonna shine the.
Yeah, I'm just gonna light around. If it's not reflective too much where I can't see through it, then I'll.
Yeah,
just...
I mean, it's a bit of a glare. Where you can like kind of hold it off to the side and do one of these dealies.
I'm just like a kid at the zoo where my face is just pressed up against the glass, trying to see through.
Yeah, I mean, you can. It's dark. You can see the like. You can shine the light around a little bit and see the exterior of this building is a kind of like plain construction, but your light hits the ground. The ground is also like paved or concrete or poured stone or something, worked stone, but you can't see far enough past to really tell what else is around it.
Well, there's not much out here to look at. I think we should keep moving before any of those other creatures join this one.
This debris on the floor looks interesting. I wonder if there's anything here. And Jackath has a quick forage around looking for some sort of credit card sized object.
Yeah, unfortunately, no lost key cards in the debris here.
Never mind.
There are audio logs strewn throughout the debris.
Yeah, yeah, constantly telling us what happened here and how exactly it happened for some reason.
Just fucking wistful as shit, like all AAA games.
I love the idea too. It's not even tapes, like it's actual, just like those big chunky audio tapes you have to like click on. Like for some reason, people just have them like scattered across the rooms. All right. Well, I guess should we try those double doors there?
Yes, let's.
We should proceed carefully.
And also, I'm gonna knock down that since I can only maintain one at a time, Jack. I'm just gonna knock down that trap,
Yeah.
or just let it, I guess, fall into just a repair. I guess whatever, and then just keep going.
Just wait.
Yeah, I just stare at it. No, I guess you know what I'll do. I'll just grab the jaw that I have the trap, and I'll just unset it and just like put it like on my back for the next setup.
All right. Yeah. Open the double doors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this is a kind of similar room. There's actually windows on the other wall. There are those kind of like room divider type things
Okay.
arrayed around here, and very evidently huddled in the opposite room, like beneath the windows, are about a half dozen people who look roughly humanoid.
Oh boy.
Um, they're wearing the like tattered remains of what maybe were once like coveralls or something. Um, and notably, all of their eyes are slightly too large and a nearly luminous blue color,
How many are there?
like a half dozen.
Okay. It's the key cult.
Hmm.
Yes, do you think they have it?
I assume if they're perhaps a part of this place, perhaps they know, but we
Their
might not even.
eyes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very creepy.
They don't look well.
You catch like a they also look really like emaciatedly thin. Um, like that emanating from them is like almost a susurrus of like trespassers, like as people like speaking to each other, like not authorized.
Oh boy.
Jacketh is going to he's going to do something rather bold, but this is what Jacketh does. He's going to get some iron rations out of his backpack and just boldly stride towards them. Go with arms outstretched. Food? Would you like some food?
Oh, that's Jacketh gone.
Um,
Get careful now, Jacketh.
a couple of like one of them is like it's off the schedule. The other one's like it's not an approved food distribution point.
Come on, look, you look like you could do with it. You're wasting away.
Um,
And Jacketh
one
will nibble a bit just to show
yeah.
that it's not.
One of them, noticeably younger than a few of the others, like younger looking, reaches up and like grabs it, and then I don't know what kind of food it is, but cracker probably, and like
Yeah.
some
Nutri-Grain bar.
water skin, nutrient bars. This stream is sponsored by Nutri-Grain.
Yeah.
It's a kind bar,
Yeah.
and splits it with another like younger looking one of them like grabs a piece of it, and then a few of the older ones like and they eat it.
Well, now we're on speaking terms. We're looking for a little key, and he sort of holds up his hand to sort of give a rough idea of the size and shape. Key
We're also looking for a book.
and a book, of course. Yes, books and keys. I've got some more of that food if you want any more.
You get again like not authorized for the key, no access, didn't do the proper training, none of the requisite paperwork.
But the food's rather tasty, isn't it? Best you've had in years, I reckon.
The girl who took the food from you is probably in the locker room.
Oh, go on, do tell. Which one's that one?
It's downstairs.
Downstairs. Have you seen those long, scary, creepy things? Tapping on the floor?
That's why we're back here.
We killed one of them.
One of the you hear like it's dead, like it's dirty, and one of them like gets up and walks past. There's like a real rough shaped like mop and grabs it off the floor and like walks right past you.
That locker room, is that the one with the black magic in the air, the evil spirits, the one down below? I sort of like sort of explain and draw out the room that the radiation room, like the directions of that one. Is that the locker room?
It's just past that.
See, I'll just like move up closer now since they don't seem to be evil or harmful, I guess. I'll be like, see, we can't get past that part. It's real painful to go through that area. Could one of you guys get that key card for us?
You get like a steal a level 1 key card. I'm not authorized to do that.
But we killed that creature for you. I mean, couldn't we?
You're like regulations, rules. Give me a notice, Alex, or actually give me. Give me connect.
Okay. I should just change it to 0 just to make this easier, because that's basically...
Yeah. And wisdom would make sense here.
Okay, yeah. Actually, doesn't matter. They're both 0 anyway, so... 7.
Yeah, you get the sense that, like, some of what they're saying is kind of automatic. Like, it's not necessarily, like, that's their opinion. It's like... They can't not think it that way.
Yeah. And I'll just say, well, I'm sure it is against regulation, but the thing is, we just we really need that key card. Actually, we think we need that key card. It'd be very helpful. We could perhaps kill more of these creatures that are around here. If that would be helpful. And we're also looking for a book as well.
You hear like one of them whispers like, they're going to steal property. And the boy who was the one that split, he's like, I don't understand. Why don't you just walk through the room? You can just avoid the energy.
How do we avoid it?
Don't walk into it.
But you said we have to go through it to get to the card.
It's not everywhere. You just avoid it and then go to the door.
Okay. Well, we can't see it. Can you see it?
You can't see it?
No, you see, our eyes aren't as big as yours there, so we don't have the capacity to see. It's yeah.
He examines your eye, like stands up and like is examining your eyes. I mean, they look mostly the same. Why can't you see it? Can you see? And he like waves his hand like in front of your
yes,
face.
Yes, I can see that, child. Yes. I just the bad energy. I can't see it, and I just, if you could help us, we'd be happy to help you in return. In any way that you that you would need us. Probably.
The one of like the older ones like pulls him back, and it's like, regulations. You shouldn't even be here. You should leave.
Oh, well, what do you think, Jack?
And then
yeah,
all the other old ones start chant like, leave. You should leave. Trespassing.
Maybe we should offer them one of those nice black bricks. Maybe that would placate them.
Or send them into a murderous rage.
All of the adults like stand up now. Like they don't look that threatening.
Yeah, but they're obviously
like emaciated,
becoming more hostile. Okay.
And the boy and the girl are they're probably like late teens, probably.
Yeah.
I say boy and girl, they're just clearly younger than the rest of the group.
I'll say,
you hear them like they're like, they can't see it. And she's like, they can't see it. Like,
yeah. I'll say, listen, you guys are hiding from that big creature out there, the one that we killed. So you think obviously we can take all of you, and I'm assuming it's against regulation for us to kill you guys as well, which we don't want to do. We don't want to destroy property. We want to be very, we want to be respectful of this area. We are just asking for your help. We will leave as soon as we can. We just need to gather something here, and then we'll be out of your hair, and you can go back to cleaning up this place.
Be so far behind on schedules. Like, you can tell they're as much like, we need to be doing something as they are like, you need to not be here.
Yeah.
It was like 12 years behind schedule. thanks to those things.
Well, we can get you back on schedule. You just gotta help us, and we'll help you. We'll maybe kill a few more, perhaps.
The adults kind of step forward, like again, it's as threateningly as possible.
Yes. Well, perhaps we'll make our way down to that room and see if we can see where the energy lies. So that's where we're going.
Yeah.
He says very pointedly to the
Yeah.
younger
Yeah, to the kid.
younger
Yeah.
creatures.
They're like, I imagine, are y'all like kind of backing out as they
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
relative to that
Yeah.
kind of deal. And
Jacketh takes some more rations and just sort of. They're in his hand. He's kind of like, look, you follow me. There's some more food. Not going to say anything, but it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, it's just sort of crumble some of it on the ground as you walk out. Yeah.
Give him a wink.
If we're like exiting the room or whatever, Rollo turned to Jack. Now, Jacketh, are you sure you can't pinpoint precisely where the energy is? Can't. Maybe
I can try.
Okay.
So as you're kind of like at the doorway, right? The girl is like, the fungus.
Maybe the fungus tells us where it isn't.
Eat it. Eat the fungus.
And then you're now they start pushing.
Yeah.
Pushing you, the group.
All right. All right.
All right. All right. Well, maybe we'll go down and maybe we'll just follow the fungus. Maybe that's the way through. We might have to go through those monsters that we saw in the south, though, or that we heard in the south. We didn't actually see them. Which Rollo, I don't know how excited you are to do that. I'm personally not super pumped to do so, but I don't know if we really have a choice other them or those.
Today's a good day to die here in this lonely, forgotten ancient city.
Maybe for you, but yeah, today's a good day to be smart.
Yes,
I have an idea about the moss. Perhaps it can show us the pathway through the room, where it grows or doesn't grow. Maybe that can indicate to us what way is safe.
We could put some on the end of my staff, and perhaps if we wave it in front of us and it glows, we avoid that area.
Let's
Or
go
vice
down there and
versa.
see.
Also, one thing too, I just realized, Dan. Next, if we have to deal with these creatures and they do hit you, you can use your veteran's luck to make it not hit you.
Oh, yeah, you should have done that.
I just realized.
I totally forgot.
I just remembered that. I was like, oh wait a minute. If you do deal with these things, Rollo can still.
I forgot I had warrior abilities.
Yeah, no, it's we're getting used to a new system. It's just one of those things where it's like,
it's
oh
all good.
shit, you didn't have to die. You had to go down.
Cool. I'll take a look at those right now.
Yeah.
But yes, let's head back down and try to make our way to this locker room.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but sounds sinister.
Yes,
I guess maybe she was saying like we can avoid it by just going like around through the fungus area, and maybe it loops around into the locker room instead of going directly through that bad energy room. Maybe that's what she meant.
Perhaps.
Cryptic creatures.
Yeah, so the fungus was growing down towards in the hallway in the energy room.
Okay.
But there was none growing in the energy room.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
There was none growing in the energy room. Okay, interesting.
Just 1 second.
Cool. Well, let us head back downstairs.
This kid's playing basketball literally right outside my window. I don't know if anybody could hear that. Okay, good. Yeah. I guess maybe we can rip some. I know the glow goes away, but maybe we can rip off some of the non-glowy stuff and throw it into the room, see what happens. I don't know if anything will.
Yeah, Martin, you said like you maybe like stick it on your staff or something and poke it around.
Yeah, let's give that a go.
Yeah, I mean you can take some off. What do you specifically try to grab some that's glowing, or you grab some non-glowing stuff, or?
Well, you said when we take the glowing stuff off, it stops glowing. So I'm kind of guessing it's. Well, so we'll take some glowing stuff off, assuming
Yeah,
that means it's
it
still
stops.
alive. Yeah. So stick it on the end of the staff in some sort of, ball thing on the head end, and yeah, just sort of poke it in the room.
Yeah, so you'd probably poke it where you know the stuff is first. And yeah, it glows really brightly when you stick it in that area.
Ah, look, you see, above that pile of vomit on the floor, you can see the staff glows.
Ah, yes, the bloody vomit.
All right.
Uh,
So let's
No
follow
glow,
this.
no vomit.
Okay.
can you find us a path through?
Indeed, I shall. And he's quite proud of this, but doesn't realise that inadvertently he's just volunteered to go first.
All right.
Yeah. So Jacketh does the equivalent of like the guy with the minesweeper,
Yeah.
like just slowly waving it back and forth. And over the course of like 15 or 20 minutes, you wind your way around the room, like in a really precipitous and backtracky way. And eventually you're able to get your way to the door without issue. You just have to go really slow.
I'm not gonna lie, the fact that we've been walking through hallways with glowing parts of the fungus is very disconcerting. That there's like enough radiation just to make it go off.
It's probably fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's for the little black bricks.
Yeah.
You've not got them in your pockets, have you?
Yeah. Hopefully. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. So make it to their end. I guess we'll just open the door if we can.
Yeah, it opens. Yeah, it is like I don't know. I don't have a good ooh, you don't know what this is, a way to describe this. It's like the kind of like worker gym style locker room with the wooden benches, right? And the like lockers up like 2 rows.
Rectangles beyond your
here.
comprehension line the
Yeah.
room.
Yeah, just lockers tucked in the middle
I
edges.
grab my head and scream as I.
Yeah, roll fucking mental
Yeah,
save to see
yeah.
if you can comprehend this non-Euclidean geometry.
Even here, there's still some old guy who's naked just walking around nonchalantly. You can't even escape it centuries later. All right.
Yeah.
So we'll just see if we can find the keycard in here. Just go
Let's
through the different
start.
lockers.
Yeah.
There is a door on the north side of this room that, if you had to take a guess, may open into the area that all of the things are
Okay.
in.
Yeah. well,
Presumably you do not open that.
you mean like where like all like the skittering creatures are?
The other creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's we'll just search this room then for check under the table or check under the benches, check through the lockers for anything.
Yeah, I mean, there's most of the lockers are empty. Some of them have only slightly less decayed sets of the kind of like brightly colored coveralls that the people were wearing. In the pocket of one of them, like the breast pocket of one, there is flattish rectangle that has it has a stripe of the same color as the text on that plate did. In another one, there is a weird like harness. In the harness, there are 3 kind of hemispherical like socket type things, like just it's like a inverse. It's a hemisphere, like it's a hole, like a circular depression.
Yeah.
A spherical depression. Like here. But it's otherwise like it's like over shoulder and around the waist, kind of like it almost looks like a a tie off or climbing harness.
Well, we could take this with us. I mean, it's not very good looking, but I don't know. Perhaps we could adorn it with flowers or something when we get to the surface and sell it.
Yeah. Or perhaps need it down here. Perhaps it's some sort of uniform we need to get somewhere. Who knows?
Oh, who knows?
Who takes it?
Rallo, you're big and strong. This thing seems a little bit bulky.
Sure, Raul will take it.
Yeah, give me a just a notice, I guess.
Okay.
These were the good rolls.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Yeah, the indentations in this, like the depressions in these sockets, seem about the same shape as the light spheres.
Ooh.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, like put the harness on and then pop one of the light spheres into it.
Yeah, it stays. There's no obvious mechanism holding it, but it stays, and then it lights up facing exactly where you're looking.
Oh, wow.
So like you're looking down at it, it
Oh,
pivots
wow.
downward to where you're looking.
Look at
Cool.
that. Look at that, Rollo.
Neat.
You don't
Amazing.
look. You don't look very good, but yeah, you got bear sight. now.
What sorcerers these people must have been, eh, Jackus?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Well, this will sell for at least 1,000 gold.
Well, I'm using it at
Arbitrarily
the
high
moment.
number. For at least $1 million.
Let's get ourselves out of this first.
Yeah.
You found. Let's take the card back upstairs. The key, that is.
Yeah. I'll grab that real quick, and on our way out of here, unless anything happens, I'll grab some of the fungus once you get out of like the danger room, and just to have it on hand so we all have a little bit. I'll put some on your suit as well, Dan, just in case we can.
Yeah, put some right on the harness.
Yeah, just run the harness so we can have a little bit of an extra indicator in case we get separated from the wizard.
Love it.
All right, I'll go up to the key card, and again, if nothing else is different.
Yeah, everyone give me a notice as you get up to the go up the stairs.
That's not good. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh.
Okay. Yeah, you like hop up the stairs, turn to go, and there are two other people just standing right there. Like you are 5 feet from them, because it's one of those like you like walk up like
Oh, yeah.
They look more like normal people. One of them is holding a lantern. The other is they're both wearing like colorful ponchos, which is pretty typical of Khadun. And the one that's not holding a lantern, the poncho's adorned with like a labyrinth mandala as like the kind of stitching of it. It looks kind of like this. Is stitched into it, and they're both like as surprised as you probably are.
Who goes there?
Could ask you the same question. They do have like
Good.
they are carrying swords.
Oh, I did ask you first.
It's only polite that if you ask first that you have to introduce yourself.
Rollo. And my companions.
Yeah.
And you.
Key. And my companion.
Well, are you guys? So we're just here, seeing the sights, doing, just checking out this place. Where are you doing here? You got a place to be, or you guys gardens this place? What's going on?
Yeah, we're just sightseers like you are.
Yes, we were told this.
See the beautiful vistas provided, and you're in like a stairwell.
Yeah.
Like a building.
Yeah. Well, there is a quite nice room downstairs that we found. It leads to a room full of weird rectangles. We didn't want to go any further.
You know what lockers are?
No, I'm trying to get more like, oh, there's a weird place. You should go through the danger room. Yeah. Yeah, we decided to come back because we saw some monsters down that way. But if you guys feel brave, you can head down that way yourself. I'm sure there's treasure and views aplenty for you.
You don't exactly look burdened down with treasure yourself.
No.
If there's so much to see down there, I mean, surely you would be down there, stuffing your packs with it.
Well, like I
Like
said, go ahead, Rollo.
monsters, there's, well, like you said, of
Yeah.
course, there are some sort of creatures down there we prefer to avoid.
Yeah, we're not the fighting types, we're pacifists, and we'll be on our way. You guys can go on down, check it out for yourself.
As he says that, like, we're pacifists, Rolo's standing there with like both his daggers.
Oh
out.
yeah, no, like my finger is was just like on like an arrow, ready to like shoot off the bow.
Excuse us if we're not immediately comfortable turning our backs to you to go down into some dark passage.
Well, then you can go back up that way if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We could do that, and we could take our rope that comes all the way down to the surface of the water with us.
Rope, you say? I pull out my arrow.
All the way to the water, you say?
Yeah. Along with the rest of our friends that are back, like gestures back down the hallway towards the.
Oh yeah, the rest of your friends,
the room
huh?
you come up in.
Listen, like I said, we're just looking down here. We don't want any trouble. We don't need to, this doesn't need to be a thing. I'm sure we don't need to get into any fights down here or anything like that. We're just
Of course, maybe we're not even looking for the same thing. So.
Yeah, what are you down here for? You're looking for something? We're just down here just walking
casually.
around. Yeah. Falling on hard times, just need to see if there's any gold down here, in one of these old places.
There's supposedly something quite valuable in here.
Oh,
Valuable
unfortunately,
and powerful.
somebody's already taken it. If you go down that corridor there, you can see. I mean, we've searched those crates. There was a big thing of hay, and the object of value that we were told was here has already been taken. The only thing we've been looking for is another means of escape, and further down there, down those stairs, and along the north passage, and just off to the east, there's a wonderful circular staircase which leads right to the surface. Much better than climbing up, I assure you. But yes, I mean, if you want to look around, then feel free.
Are you trying to do like a check level lie here, or just?
I'm not sure.
Just
Does it need a
banter.
check? Or
I
is he
mean, they're
convincing
unlikely to.
enough?
We can keep an RP. They're unlikely to take you at face value. Obviously, you tell you something pretty. I was asking if you're actually trying to persuade them.
Yeah, and try and get them out of here. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to persuade them that. Yeah. Let's say yes. I'm attempting.
Yeah. The main goal here is try and get them out of this fucking keycard room so that we can use it and go through and close the door
Would that
behind
be
us.
Connect.
Yeah.
We're convinced.
I don't know.
Convince.
Oh, convince. Yeah, sorry, I didn't see that right beneath connect. What would that be? Would that be an int?
Or charisma.
It's probably likely more charisma than int in this case.
Yeah, let's give that a go. Come on, I want some
This
Dan level.
will be opposed as well. So.
Oh, good. I want some Dan level rolls here. I don't want.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I got some good rolls here, bud. Okay.
Average.
Okay.
Oop.
He's
I just wanted to let you know what I would be rolling.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Oh boy.
That does sound wonderful. Perhaps too wonderful. You would think that perhaps we would have run across said stairs as opposed to making our way down this way if they existed.
Well, we didn't know they were there until we got here. Otherwise, we wouldn't have come down the rope either. Even if it didn't reach the surface.
Listen, we just want to be left alone, okay? We don't like people who aren't anybody here. So I want you guys just go away.
Look, I doubt we're looking for the same thing.
What are you looking for then? Tell me.
It's something powerful that's contained. I doubt it was in some crate stuffed into a corner.
Well, we haven't seen anything like that, so.
Yeah, just the crate that Jacket already told you about with the hay in it, but there was nothing inside it.
Yeah, and if you have as many friends as you say you have, I'm sure the group of you can go find it yourself.
Or we could just work together, and if you can take the thing that you want, and we'll take the thing that we want.
Okay, group huddle. I need to talk with my business associates for a second here. You guys go stand over on that side of the room. And we'll just sort of bring you guys to the side. All right, what do you guys want to do here? Do we work with them, or do we just kill them?
Quick technical question.
Also, this is key.
In the same way that we tried to convince them that there was a stairwell and all that other stuff, when they said they had lots of other people, did we believe them, or could?
Give me
A psychology roll.
a psychology check. I think it's what is it that covers it in this game?
No.
It's so you can't. There's no like detect lie.
Yeah.
Skill.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't. Maybe they do. It's likely something that somebody would lie about if they needed to lie, but they might just be telling the truth. It actually says in the. I knew it was something to this extent was somewhere, but in notice it's like it cannot be used to detect a lie.
Yeah. That's cool. Can I sense any magic about them?
No, totally mundane.
Well, I mean, perhaps a few extra people could be of use to us, in case we got to run away from any monsters.
Oh.
I think Key would raise his eyebrows as he sees Rollo's fucking fucked up face.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we turn around to get into this huddle, and this
huge scar,
like
yeah,
blood all over the back of your
Oh,
head,
yeah, absolutely. I'm soaked in blood.
Yeah.
Well, if we're going to kill them, we need to do it now. Otherwise, let's just head back upstairs and see how they react when we go through this keyed door.
Hang on a minute, I have an idea. It was very, very difficult for us to get through to the room with the many strange and uniformly shaped and sized rectangles. Perhaps if we were to sort of go through back to that room again, they would, and then we made a swift exit, they probably wouldn't know the path to take back. Thus trapping them in a room of potential vomit and a room of tapping creatures. I don't know.
It's not a bad plan. I'm just wondering if we want to just, like Rello said, should we just get rid of them now and then go through the door, or should we just work them? I wonder if we should. I don't know. I feel like if they do have friends, then the more time we give them, the more friends might start showing up, if they have any at all. It might just be the two of them. In which case, just getting rid of these two right now should be pretty simple work.
You'd hope so.
I would hope so.
Yes, go on then.
Is that what we're doing?
Rollo, what do you think?
What would it, kill them? Is that what you're saying? Kill them? We could.
It won't be my first choice, but
Okay.
You're saying they're not
let's go back
leaving.
upstairs.
So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking we might have to, because they're not going their own way. They want to work with us, but I don't know how much I really want to work with them. This is
Yeah, I can't say I trust them much, but I wouldn't mind just kind of ignoring them and moving on either.
But the thing is, I'm assuming we're in the room now with the key card, right, Jack? Like, there's not really a way for us
Yeah,
to.
you're in the
this
landing of the
I don't want them to
stairs.
know
we're
that,
in.
I don't want to get through with them dealing with that's how they get through, or that's the reason why. Otherwise, I would have just been like, let's move on. You guys stay here. We'll move on our own way and then just go through. But they're in this room with the key card. That's why it's a problem.
Yeah, let's kill these people that we know nothing about. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Rollo's in for that.
We're pulp adventure heroes. This is okay.
Yeah,
we're not
exactly. So,
Doesn't want to share.
yeah, if possible, if we're gonna do that,
Yeah.
Rollo would like to try to as we kind of come back together to kind of like work himself into a position where he can with his assassin ability, he can like palm a weapon and kind of like bring it out as an action. So I want to try to set myself up to assassinate one of these two guys, whichever one kind of seems to have taken the lead. Key, I guess. We don't even know the other guy's name.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is happening.
But to make our life a lot harder.
So what, you're just gonna try to use a surprise round essentially to assassin dagger him?
Yeah, to throw. I want to try to throw it at him, actually.
Okay.
Just
okay,
before Rollo sort
yeah.
of starts to do this, Jacketh's going to go, look at the end of my staff. I found that if we get this sort of blue lichen from the walls, have you seen it around? And he's going to start sort of showing it to them and sort of rather close to their face. And at the appropriate moment, he's just going to go, thwack.
That's the most. Oh God, yeah, I love that's. I love that's the distraction for the bonky. That's so funny to me. I don't know why. Just immediate turn away. Just like, have you seen this lichen? Yeah, and if I'm able to, I'll just fire off an arrow for my surprise round if I'm able to do that.
I mean, I imagine these guys are pretty on guard, so like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if a surprise round is really possible.
At least some sort of like sneaky setup or anything like that.
I feel like Dan, with your assassin survivability, I feel like you can get one, but it feels like knocking an arrow and firing it off all in one go is a pretty like I'm not that much like my character's okay with shooting. He's got +1, but he's not like he's not a master shot.
Yeah, I'll say. Dan, give me Dex Sneak. It'll just be an opposed check. And yeah, I think it makes sense that you could potentially get a surprise off, but it'd be unlikely.
Yeah.
It's obviously like,
They're
if you draw the bow.
Like, yeah. Wait a minute.
Okay, so
yeah,
like
he, Rollo's literally got like a palmed knife kind of a thing,
Yeah. Or do you get anything extra from?
From
you just auto hit is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Point blank thrown.
Point blank thrown or a melee attack. Yeah.
Hit.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if I would call this point blank thrown for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see if you win.
Oh.
Bummer. Oh wait, I can't read. So like, okay, so my veteran of luck ability only applies to like me getting hit or me hitting or me like doing damage to someone. Is that how it works?
It is, a missed attack into a hit or a hit on you into a miss. So like Alex could re-roll that as an expert because it's a skill check.
Yeah, instead of an attack roll.
And this is like a setup. This is not to actually attack him. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, one thing that it actually notes in the description is that veteran's luck is really good with make a snap attack, because that normally is like you can make an attack at like a -4 or something, so it's unlikely to hit, but you can just auto hit with it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I was just reading that. Okay.
Yeah, because snap attack is as an instant action, they can make a melee or ranged, but it's at a -4. Okay, so you whip the knife and Key like ducks to the side at the last moment, and both he and the other guy draw their swords.
Oh boy! Here we go.
All right. Whoever wants to roll for yours, roll d8 +1.
All right, I'll just do it real quick. Oh, 5. Okay, so that's not terrible. Okay. Woo. All right.
Give me 1 sec.
Should we aim for Key, guys, or should we aim for his buddy? What do you think? They're probably both equally matched, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go after Key.
All right.
Sorry.
I gotta run to the bathroom, but I'm just gonna fire off my arrow as my action, just so I don't hold anything up. That's on Key.
Okay.
That's nice if it hits. Jacketh will go for his staff.
Okay. 1 second. I mean, I feel like we might as well just wait for Alex to come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Do I get the impression we probably should have worked with them?
I don't know.
If we're dead in 5 minutes, we'll know.
Yeah, totally.
All right.
Okay. So, are you all targeting Key?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the arrow and Jacketh's staff hit. So that's 8 damage. Yeah, I mean that hurts him pretty badly as he is on the back foot. This is combat with a. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, can I use my veteran luck now to make my? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna save that to turn an enemy hit into a miss. I think.
Yeah. You might want to hold off on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in this case, Rolla, you don't. His AC is. I guess you rolled your shock and didn't hit, so you don't shock him because his AC is higher than that.
Okay. 10-4.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm also. So, I mean, he's like on the back foot. Obviously, you haven't actually like domed him with an arrow that would murder him.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, you those both hit. He is like. I mean, that was a big one. Like he's really on the back foot at this point, as he's like barely able to resist all this.
We gave you a chance to walk away, bub. This is what happens.
Would you like to
And
reconsider?
his response is like, and we gave you a chance to work together. As he's like, barely fending off.
Just bleeding
staff.
profusely. Yeah.
So the other guy will jump forward, I guess, because it's Jacketh is the one who's in immediate melee. And he'll go for a hit with his longsword.
Have armor class of 10.
Oh boy. Oh man, even if he doesn't hit, the shock damage is gonna. Oh boy, this is gonna hurt.
So that's.
Don't like it where the GM has to calculate what the damage is going to be. A simple D4 is fine.
Yeah. Why is there addition happening?
Oh no. Oh no. All right.
We're in 0 hit point territory.
Are you at 0? Or are you at
Yeah.
1?
No, 0.
Okay.
I took one from the
Our
vomit
tank.
attack in the
Our
laser
tank's
room.
dead.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah. He doesn't knock you to mortally wounded. He like pommel strikes you with the sword. So Jacketh crumples to the ground. I mean, I guess in the midst of the fight, you can't tell if he's dying or he knocked you unconscious. He chose to do non-lethal damage. Then Key is gonna dive forward. Ooh. I guess probably at Abnorm's because he's carrying a bow and not a knife.
Yeah. And I fucking shot him really good in the chest.
Rollo was like right in his face, kind of a thing. Like I stabbed at him with the dagger.
Oh, I thought you threw with a dagger.
No, I
Okay.
meleeed. I meleeed.
Yeah.
dagger, yeah.
And remember, you can always use if you want to. You can use your move action to screen other people during your turn. So
they kind of.
screen means like It's really cool because you don't have to use like no fucking feet chain to be able to do it, but they have to make a
You can
check
kind of
to,
get,
or
you can
they
get
hit
in the
you.
way.
Yeah.
They make a
Oh.
check. If you beat them in an opposed check, then they have to target you instead. So
Oh.
I don't know
Yeah.
if you want. I don't know if
that's-
you'd want to do that regardless.
No,
Yeah.
no.
I still have
But
7
I
hit
was
points. I'm
saying-
okay. I'll take 1 hit and go down
Yeah.
too.
Okay, no, but yeah, if you're up in his face, he'll definitely go
Yeah,
for you.
logically. Yeah, right on.
All right.
Bring it. Oh, good shit.
What is
13.
your
He's-
AC?
Oh god.
13.
The shock might still kill you.
13. Shock is not that high, luckily.
Oh, the shock. Fuck.
Yeah. Okay. So he does shock you for 3 damage.
Damn.
Shock is scary.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys are up.
Okay. Jeez. Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
They are very much like kind of like, we didn't want to do this. Like you started this fight.
yeah. Heard that. Heard that.
I mean, actually, he's actually at you. Like, yield now. Like, come on. Let's not do this. None of us have to die right now.
Oh, Jacketh. Oh, my former
Jacket
target
is
turned friend.
unconscious on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, Rolo will kind of like jump back and be like, all right. And he'll kind of he'll sheath his daggers.
Yeah. I'll keep an arrow nooked, but I drop like the bow like down to the floor. Like it's pointed to the floor, I mean.
And they're both like, okay, like, all right, good, yeah, like.
I want my arrow back. You just yeah, I will
His lung collapses.
I will ignore them and I'll just hurry over to Jacketh just to heal him up from mortally wounded.
Yeah, he is actually just
right,
he
he's
was
just knocked out.
knocked out.
He's just knocked out.
Yeah.
Never mind. Okay.
Nice.
Can I
He's still at 1 hit point.
yeah, can I still do a heal check on him though?
Yeah, you could heal him normally. Yeah.
Yeah.
So just a d6 plus your heal skill.
Okay.
Jacket has 14 con, so you can dump some of that on him if you want.
Yeah. Do
Okay,
you want
so
me?
back
Do you want me
up
to bring?
6.
Do you want me to do you another one? Just bring you back to full,
Oh, yes,
Jacketh?
please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't roll low enough
Yeah.
to not bring it to full. So just take 2 system strain and go back to full hit points.
That's cool.
Yeah. Just
And
pull you back up. It's like, all right.
Abnorm's always there to lend a hand.
I will, as a sign of, I guess, goodwill, I will patch up Key as well.
Okay. Yeah, he's like, okay, so I assume he's like, we're good, right?
Okay.
We're not doing that again.
Yeah, that was a bad call.
Well, we've been having a rough time down here, you see.
Yeah.
And we didn't think we could trust you.
Yeah, we met some big-eyed
Not-
people and some bug-eyed bugs, and it's been a rough time down here.
Well, it's all right. Well, it's you don't know when you're out somewhere like this. It's difficult to tell who you can trust, but I assure you, there's almost no way that we're looking for the same thing. And
All right.
certainly there's no reason you would have any reason against us for other reasons. Like,
All right. Well, the reason I want to get out of this room is that we got this key card here to go through this door. So that's why we wanted to go through and not have you see us go through it. But since we're working together now, I guess that doesn't matter now. So
he would like go up and like peek through the glass. Maybe the that big glass container may be the contained part of this thing we're looking for.
okay. Well, you might want to. I'll just run downstairs and I'll grab some of that moss and hand it to them. Like you might want some of this on you. It shows you where the bad magic is when it glows.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Clearly, they clearly haven't encountered it. So.
Yeah. And yeah, I'll just slide the key card down the slot.
Actually, like, it presses in.
Oh, presses in.
Yeah.
I'll press
Yeah,
it
there's like
in.
a little D10.
Oh, I
for
see.
you.
Yeah. I'll just
Yeah.
I use the
doors,
tap
yeah.
on the.
Yeah, tap pay. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
There's
I'll
the symbol.
I'll
The little,
Venmo the
NFC
door
symbol.
open.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, it opens. This is, like I said, this is a big room, and you can see as you step in that it's like semicircular, and then it squares off at the back. There is a set of stairs, like metal stairs, against the right wall that lead up to like a catwalk where is that like office type room that overlooks it. There are like consoles with strange like machinery on them, and dials and levers and stuff. And then in the middle there is this huge piece of glassware type thing. Like I described it as like an alembic or something that kind of curves up into the ceiling and has like strange protrusions off of it that double back into the ground. And it is like clearly set into the center of the room in some way, so you can't see the bottom half of it, or the bottom whatever percentage of it from here. And it glows like with a blue glow.
that looks like bad magic. So we're looking for a book. What are you guys looking for?
There's not a lot of description. We just know that it's something powerful that is contained here.
Okay, so maybe maybe it is that blue stuff over there. Okay, well I guess we'll go check it out. We'll go across the catwalk towards it.
Well, it's the catwalk's like up. Like
Okay.
There's some stairs that lead to the room. Otherwise, like this thing is set into the floor of the
Oh,
room.
okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Not really sure how we're gonna get it out of there since it seems to be pretty big.
I mean, do you want to go up to it?
Yeah, I guess we'll go up to it. Check it out.
Yeah. So the thing is set pretty far into the floor, it turns out. You go up to it and like you can see down, like it's much the container is much larger than it looked like. And there is something pretty big inside of it. So there is this blue, vaguely humanoid figure that is it doesn't maintain a consistent like it has like the same general shape, but it's like the actual makeup of like what the kind of like curves and angles of its body are shifting constantly. There are a number of like hexagonal rods that are like sealed that extend from the glass into it, and where the rods touch it, its skin or whatever its coating is like fractals away into nothing, and there is a void. It clearly has a face, and it turns up to you as you approach over the lip. Like it looks at you, and here's what it looks like roughly.
Ooh. Do you not like?
Yeah, it has like the impression of facial features, but it's almost like colored like blue gas being quickly pushed over something. Like you only get it doesn't maintain any like cohesive shape.
Is there any opening in this glass thing that we could put something in?
No, there appear to be like some kind of device where the hexagonal rods meet the glass.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, it looks up at you and it's like it doesn't make any noise. You're just given the impression of speech. And it's like you're known to my captors or not?
No.
No. Nope.
Then free me.
What will you do if we free you?
I will enact what is appropriate on those who imprisoned me.
And who was that?
those who called themselves Vothites.
I'll look over to Key, and I'm like, "This mean anything to you, Vothites? Is this the guy you're looking for? This guy looks pretty fucking powerful to me."
He looks contained.
Yeah.
You would all know Vothite is like just a historical thing in the region. They were like the people who controlled most of the Gyre before the Reaping King did it. They were ruled by the Queen Voth. Who,
Okay.
their whole thing was like mimetic and like thought control stuff. So
Is this like thousands of years ago or more
a
recent?
little over a millennia ago, yeah.
Okay.
Well, the Vothites are long gone. Key, what do you plan to do with this guy? I mean, if you're looking to unleash this dude, is that your plan?
We didn't really get a description of what it was in here.
Are you working for somebody, or are you like doing this on your own? Like, what's the plan here? Are you supposed to bring this guy to somebody, or are you just supposed to, like, what details you got for your job?
Well, yes, we're working for somebody in a sense, or are part of an organization, more accurately. Being able to, harness something powerful would significantly benefit us.
I'll look over this creature when he says that we'll harness this. Like, does the creature have any sort of reaction to that? That it might be try to be captured once again by a different party? Does it have any sort of reaction?
If its face conveys any emotion, you can't detect it.
Okay, that's what I assumed as much. Just want to
It
see.
looks at you, near enough as you could tell it's looking at you. You feel like it's looking at you. It doesn't have any eyes.
All right. I'll look at him. I'll look at the creature and be like, "What can you give us if we let you out?" What?
You wish to bargain, then?
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't see a reason to keep you trapped in there, but at the same time, if you're going to come out here and just murder us all, I'm not really big on letting you out there.
Unless you have some connection to my captors, I will not harm you.
Well, that seems pretty fair to me.
I say we let it out. What are you?
Yeah. I am
Did they
Moth to
create
Moz.
you? What? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I have been. I was not created.
Oh,
What did what did your captors use you for? Why did they capture you? Were you a weapon to them?
They were. Yeah, they do not comprehend the full extent to which I exist. They simply used me as a cheap source of energy.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, you see, I guess this is a bit of a bargain. I don't, I don't want to keep you in there, and but we've sort of cost a lot to get ourselves down here. So, I don't know.
I say we let it free. Let the creature live its life.
Yeah, but we can get something out of it. We can, maybe you can make gold or something.
What is it you think the creature had? Oh, maybe it can make gold.
I mean, that might that might completely debase the currency and not matter. But
Mansa Musa, the currency.
Yeah.
hang on a minute. Can he convert these black bricks to gold?
Yeah, I'll hold up one of these black bricks. I'm like, is this your doing? Is this made from you? I just hold like it's not the little black.
Yeah. No, I'm not familiar with these.
Yeah.
To transmute some material into gold is trivial.
No, well, perfect. Yeah, we'll let you out then if you can transmute some. We don't even need to find this book then. We just need some objects turned into gold for us, and that's a fair deal.
I will do so after.
Okay.
Of course.
How do we get you out of here?
After what?
Oh, after I gain my retribution on those who imprisoned me.
Yes, you see, they're gone. Their civilization has crumbled and passed
There is
on.
always someone to take judgment.
Well, as
Interesting.
long as you know it's not anybody in this room, that is okay with me. Well, this is not we're not from this part of the world, so I could give two fucks about who you killed. But I do like the gold turning idea. So how do we get you out of here?
Yes.
Key is like, could you do something other than gold for me?
Why?
Like, I mean, money isn't exactly what we're down here for.
What are you down here for?
We're hoping for some kind of advantage, some actual power to harness, not just some money.
No, that's fair. I'm more of a simple man, but
Yeah, and Matamas is like, yes, I can provide you with a favor.
perfect. So
One example of my power.
everybody wins. You get to kill who you hate. We get gold. He gets his weapons, and we all go our separate ways.
Yeah, so simply release me.
Okay. I'll just sort of look at like this whole thing and just try and figure out how I can like get this big container to be, I guess, opened for him to leave.
Jacketh is going to wander over to the consoles and just start, I don't know,
Read
waving his
languages?
hands over everything. And yeah, read languages will be good if it's open, close.
Yeah, it's a lot of like labels on dials and stuff, and units for things that you're not immediately familiar with. There is like
Release
some
abomination button.
yeah, that one. Yeah, there are some like kind of mechanisms where the hexagonal pillars meet the glass. I guess abnorms would notice that.
Okay, yeah. I will check out those mechanisms and see how I could like release them to open up this this container.
Yeah, there's a paper seal over the top of it with a large three-lobed insignia on it and a lot of red text that you can't read.
Yeah, this sign won't stop me because I can't read. And I just start pulling away at it.
I mean, if you're up the paper part, there's like a very heavy, like square handle that looks like it can be turned 90
Yeah, I'll
degrees.
just turn it real hard and just sort of.
Yeah, and it like there's a hiss, and it like it's on some kind of counterweighted mechanism, as you can easily it like it could pull out very easily. I assume you pull it.
Yeah, I just pull it out.
Yeah, and the rod pulls out, and as it leaves where it was touching him, like that fractal kind of it like curls back out into form, and the void behind it is no longer visible. Key
Yeah.
grabs. There's a handful of the rods. Key grabs another one. Rips.
Yeah, and I'll just keep
and
going
does
through
the
all of
same
them,
thing.
just trying to get all these rods out and off.
Yep. There's like 8 of them, and the last one finishes, and the entire room shakes,
Uh-oh.
and the vessel that Moth Tamaz is in makes the sound like glass exploding, right? Like if you get glass to like if you put cold water into a hot glass, and it all explodes out a couple inches, and then stops in midair and melts.
Oh, God.
And then like he's like harder to look at now that he's not in the glass. It clearly had some kind of like coating or like dimming, and he moves very quickly out the door. You get the impression that for some reason that you're being pushed, not that he's moving, and there is like this feeling of a tremendous release of energy as he like shoots down the corridor, and it gets very, very humid, and he's gone.
Where's the gold?
No gold.
I mean, he said he'd give it to us after he got the guy's retribution, so I don't know, maybe he needs like half an hour?
Should we wait here?
Yeah. Should we? I'm assuming he'll be able to find us, right? Should we?
Yeah, I mean, he seemed pretty sure he'd be able to find his the descendants of his chapters.
Yeah, I guess maybe we should just look in the local area for the book. Maybe we can find it just in case he skips town on us and doesn't give us the gold he promised.
If he did give us the gold, we really wouldn't need the book.
That's what I'm saying. We don't need the book. That's the thing. But if he'd given it to us ahead,
No. Come on now. I mean, if there's somebody that's going to give us some gold and we can get a book and some more gold, why wouldn't we get the book and the more gold?
That's a fair point. I can't argue with that. But I don't know how much deeper we want to get ourselves. We've been seriously fucked up. You just you still have like the indent of Key's pommel like in your forehead, like.
We'll just have a look through these bookshelves here and that thing up there, up the stairs, and I'm sure everything we want will be there.
Yeah, I might as well look around for that.
Yes, quite. He might be back by then.
Key and the other guy are like kind of having a quiet discussion about something. Mm-hmm. And yeah, you guys head up the gantry up into the office. It has like some vaguely moldering carpet in it. It at one time was probably very well appointed, but there are big wooden bookshelves along the back wall.
All right, we're looking for Lodesia's penitential essay. Just scan everything. Just try and see if you can find this damn book. I'm tired of these bugs. I'm tired of these blue monsters. I just want to go home.
Yes. Rollo's kind of keeping an eye on Key and his companion.
Sounds good.
From where we're at.
Yeah, they're you can't tell what they're saying, but they are like now that you're kind of away, they're like talking normally. They're not being as like surreptitious, but they're clearly like kind of not having an argument, but like are like
figuring out what to do next.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're able to track down Lodesia's penitential essay without too much. Oh. It's a big green bound book, like tome. And if you give it a flip through, it seems to be, I mean, it's like hundreds of pages, and it seems to be dedicated to a single binding ritual.
Oh, boy. Well, now we could bind this creature to us. With that said, that sounds really tiring, and I'm not that kind of guy.
I have a nasty feeling that the people that it's after are probably the people that are after this book.
Do we bring back the book? They might just bind that creature again. Who knows? Maybe it won't go so well the next time, and
Well,
what do you think, Rollo? Do you think we should actually bring this book back? Because I don't know. It's giving me some bad vibes.
Well, yeah, I feel like if we bring the book to somebody else and they try to bind this creature and it doesn't go well, we're going to kind of be on that thing's bad side. Whereas if we were to maybe destroy the book, maybe the creature would be great.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe we can get double gold now. It just has no creativity whatsoever in terms of like wishes.
Double gold. Oh, we need double the gold.
Maybe it can turn the book into gold.
Yeah.
What I am worried about is Key and his companion there. They probably would like to get their hands on this book as well.
Yeah. How about
Although they might not know it. I don't know.
Yeah. How about we keep it for ourselves? Don't let them know. Tell them we didn't find it.
Why
or
we
go ahead.
We could put this book in the backpack and put some hay on it to disguise it, and we could take another book down with us.
That's what I was thinking.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking. Exactly.
Great minds think alike.
Yes. Except you add hay to the plan, which I think makes it even better than what I had in mind. So, let's go grab one of those other books and let's just get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a handful. There's like some of the books are clearly like technical manuals for things.
Hell yeah.
But there's also like, I mean, I'm sure somebody would pay you some money for some of these other,
old tomes. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, somebody's probably interested in them.
I'm picturing like binders, you know what I mean?
A lot of it's like binders, like moldering technical diagrams and procedural
forklift driving for dummies.
Forklift certification.
Yeah, just a whole.
It's like this thing.
Yeah.
If there was a way to like switch covers or like title pages out, if that was at all possible, that would be a good move.
Well, at least we didn't tell them. Did we tell them what book? I just said we were looking for a book. I don't think I.
They might know.
Yeah, But I didn't mention what. I feel like I feel like we'll be okay. I think just having another book that we grab, it's like this is the one. All right, we're getting out of here. Can we take your?
Hang on a minute. There's this bloody great quality manual. I'm sure that would be fascinating for anybody.
Yeah.
Come on, high price.
And we'll head back to Key, I guess, and we'll ask, like, so do you guys have like a rope that you guys just laid down that we can just climb back up? Is that a?
Yeah, we brought along a rope.
Perfect. Well, we'll be heading off then. See ya.
Yeah, we'll come. We already found the thing we wanted. We'll come with you.
Okay, I didn't know if you were sticking around. Cool. Well, come on then. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, you guys head back into the swim back.
Yeah.
Another exert check. Yeah, and there's no one else here. It's just those two.
You crafty bastards! Now I'm gonna kill you. No.
So they weren't lying about the rope. There is
the rope actually.
It's knotted actually.
Yeah.
As like a ladder.
Oh, perfect.
Climb up.
Yeah, let's get the hell out of here.
What was your name anyway?
Other guy.
The other guy.
Yeah. Locke. Was
it?
Yeah. No, he's Dream.
Ah, nice.
Key and Dream.
Damn hippies.
Is that
where
key
are
as
you...
in Key or key as in Quay?
Key Key.
Right. Yes, okay.
Where are you headed next?
Is that what Key's asking us, or?
Yeah, I mean you're back up at the top. He's Dream's like furling back up the rope and knocking out the support they had nailed in.
Towards First City, I think.
Yeah.
Where were we supposed to meet our contact if we end up?
Yeah. Back at the Fringe.
Back at the Fringe.
You're in. But that's like a couple hours away, and you need to buy some supplies anyway, right? So,
yeah. So we'll head back that way, I guess.
The closest outpost, probably.
Yeah. You need. You've already secured a guide then to get you through.
Yeah.
No.
We don't need you anymore, Key. Thank you.
Not to put too fine a point on it.
But
I'm just curious.
It's
dangerous, presumably you're not from here, so.
No, we're not. But I don't tend to hang around men that I've shot with an arrow, so I try to limit that because bad feelings resentment can grow, and that's not good for any business relationship. So I think we'll be on our way. We'll get our goal at some point, and you'll get whatever advantage you need.
Fair enough. In that case, hope we never see you again.
Yeah, same.
The feeling's mutual.
Yeah.
He and Dream whistle, and two of those big feathered lizards with saddles come up, and they mount up in these kind of they're weird seat saddles.
Yeah.
And then just give you a nod.
Well, actually, we could use a ride into town.
I mean, if there's room.
Yeah.
He laughs, and they go.
Yeah.
After you said that.
Yeah. They had those things trained. I didn't know it was possible.
Yes.
Yeah. So you head back. Do you give them the manual?
That's the thing, guys. What do we want to do?
Do you give Doff the essay?
Honestly, I just feel like it's mean to the blue guy, even though
I think we should find a couple of pages in the middle that look rather crucial and maybe take them out and give him the rest of it. So it looks like he's got the book, but he's missing some important information.
You know what? I like that. I think that's the best of both
I
worlds.
like that as well. Yeah, you really kind of.
He's not going to have time to really look through all of it, before we get the money. So.
Yeah, very carefully, use the knife and cut out just one page in a couple different places.
Yeah, just the thing here and there, where it's just take a few steps. God, that'd be so infuriating for this guy to read whenever he gets around to doing this fucking thing.
That makes sense.
Yeah, wait, but.
Or when he tries it and it just backfires completely.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so you head back after having doctored the book a little bit, and you meet Doff back at the tavern and inn, and he, looks at the book, he does a little through the pages. It's That seems to be in order then. Boss will be happy about this. He pulls out a sack of silver, pours it out so you can see how much it is, counts it off for you, and then is like, well, I should be getting this back as quick as possible.
Yep.
I'll pleasure working with you, gentlemen. He pulls out, kind of shapes up his tall cap again and puts it on and then walks out.
Perfect. All right. Well, we have our money. Well, let's go get our ship and let's get the hell out of here.
Yes, time to go.
I'm sure that blue creature will find us, right?
I'm sure. And once we tell him how we helped him even further, maybe he'll make, like you said, double gold.
Exactly. 2 wishes for the price of 1. Let's go.
Yep, and cuts black.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sounds great.
That was a lot of fun, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
They had Dr. Manhattan and
Yeah.
chemistry set.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Oh, that's great. Thanks a lot, Jack. That was really fun.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, that
thank
was a
you,
lot of fun.
thank you.
Very good.
Definitely cool system. Yeah, a little more unforgiving than I thought. It was pretty cool though. It all worked out somehow.
Yeah.
Some way.
I dialed back, I was originally going to use a certain monster in the book, and I was like, no, that's too much. I'll dial it back. And I'm like, that was still a lot, but
Yeah. No, totally. No, the
worked.
spell was real clutch, but yeah.
Yeah.
I think remembering the abilities is really key too, because I totally there's a time where I forgot my ability as well, where I could just re-roll and stuff. So, like they're very, very helpful. Give you that edge.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
hoping
some cool stuff.
this is the Secret of the Pinched Cistern. That's just a module or an adventure that I wrote up. I'm hoping to really write it up, and I'll probably stick it on Drive-Thru or Itch for pay what you
cool.
want.
It's
I'll
a lot of fun.
force Alec to put the link in whenever I do that.
Yeah, and I'll do a
So I
scathing
have to get
review
around
of it
to
on the
it
channel,
first.
so I can be like, look at this idiot.
Look, the first thing he ever wrote.
Yeah.
Dog shit.
No, that was great, Jack. That was very fun.
Yeah.
It was very
It was really.
it was very
cool. I was gonna
intriguing.
ask whether
yeah, it's very
whether
intriguing.
you wrote it or not. It was cool. Yeah, it was really cool. It kept me kind of guessing and stuff. I am curious about what might have been down some of the
Yeah,
other
what was the deal with like those
Yeah.
android people?
What was
Like,
down
what was the?
So they are also I ran this originally. That was for Trans and Hayden and Matt, and I tweaked it a little. And Key is a character that didn't come up until after that, and I was like, it makes sense for him to be here. I'll add a little more intrigue. So the keepers they're essentially custodians, and they're kept alive by the energy that's left in this place. Like they've all been there since it was abandoned.
Okay.
So for a millennia, but they can't die.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could kill them, but they can't die normally. So they're all just, super emaciated. Yeah. And they are, because it was, so the place was a collaboration between the Vothites, and they had the Polyps build it for them. And so they're all kind of mind shackled into having to do their job. That's why they were so adamant about it. Actually, the kids are still alive. Mothma's leaving. It removes the power from the facility. Everyone else dies.
Oh wow.
Because they've been alive by that. The kids are actually only about 18 years old.
Oh, cool.
Years old.
That's fun.
Yeah. They ended up as adventuring companion hirelings for the party. Actually.
Oh, that's really fun. I like that a lot.
That's great.
That's
great.
fun. That was great.
Oh, actually, on the way out, there's one thing that I forgot to mention, which is just a fun thing. It got so humid, you didn't have to swim out. It got humid because Mothma's evaporated all of that water.
Oh
Energy
yeah.
On the way out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That's
I
great.
like that.
That's good. That's a
cool.
good detail. Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No, and he was cool too. That was very fun. Is that like an AI generated image that you were able to get, or was that like?
Yeah. I used Midjourney for that one.
Really?
It's close enough that I was able to that I liked it.
Yeah. No, I think that
Yeah.
looks great.
Cool.
It's a cool image. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
I think that's awesome. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. That was really fun. I'm glad we got to do this Worlds Without Number sort of one shot so that people could learn how to play as well. And I think we got a good idea of how the system works. For anybody interested, starting in 2 weeks, 2 Sundays from now, the Temple of Elemental Evil Worlds Without Number game will start, where I'm running Martin through that. I don't know all the details just yet. We'll probably sort of learn it as we go, because I might make it kind of interesting where it's like if you get to like 10 character deaths, that's where the campaign ends, something like that. We'll see how it goes, because it's going to be fucking deadly. It's going to be nuts. Just looking at it.
Martin, are you going to be controlling like multiple PCs, or how is it just going to be a solo
So
dungeon
my
thing?
plan is to
I
have
don't know.
Martin have his character. So I guess we could just go do it now, just real quick, because like right now the details aren't thinned out just yet. But basically, it's gonna be a hired on like company that's trying to like basically grab the area, like the real estate of the Temple of Elemental Evil and the sort of surrounding area, just sort of usual greedy kind of business stuff. So they're just sending in people in to just sort of clear things out, and as they die, just send in different people to just keep doing it basically. So he's gonna have one character at a time, but he will have hirelings and other people that I'll probably either get him to help me control, or I'll control for him so he doesn't worry about it. So it's gonna be a very deadly kind of like very cynical kind of setup for the campaign.
Temple of Elemental Evil, is that the one that's like famous for just being an absurd like meat grinder, or is that like
Yeah, I mean
Human
all those
Forest
old ones
probably
are
what you're
pretty
thinking
well
of.
known, but yeah, that one is
yeah?
pretty mean. I will probably be changing a decent amount. Like I'm gonna try and keep most of it the way it is, but a lot of the temple, it was never a module that was properly finished when it was written. Goodman Games did release their own version of it that I actually
Yeah.
grabbed. That's not here yet. I'm gonna see how they've changed stuff, because I might use that a little bit as well to sort of fix things up. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting because I don't. Not to be mean to people who like it, but I don't really care that much about Greyhawk as a setting. It's not really my
Greyhawk's
jam.
fucking boring.
Yeah, so
It doesn't
so
really jump out at me.
yeah, so I'll have
there's
like
nothing like distinctive about it.
exactly.
Right?
So I'll have the Village of Palmland and that sort of stuff, because I know
Oh,
Martin
cool.
loves the Village
That's
of Palmland, so
classic.
I'll have all
Yeah.
that stuff there. But probably the outside surrounding area will probably be its own thing. But yeah, so I'm excited for that. That'll be
Those
pretty fun.
those Goodman games, like old school adventures revisited or whatever, they're pretty cool. Just even in like a historical sense, where they have like they have so much like extra material in them
Yes,
about
exactly.
like interviews and just different
Yeah.
little things. They're pretty cool.
So
It's
I'm
like
gonna-
it's like a director's commentary DVD almost
yeah.
experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I'm hoping you'll have stuff that'll make it a little bit easier. But I'm really excited for that. That should be fun. And then whenever that ends, or whenever we decide we're done with it or put on the back burner, then we'll have other stuff that we'll do as a group. And I know Dan was looking at possibly running another Mothership or Alien, maybe around Halloween time or something, as a fun Halloween like
yeah.
event, just like a like a fun
Yeah,
thing.
I think Alien would be pretty fun
Yeah.
sometime, maybe in October or something like that. Yeah,
Yeah, but we'll figure all
for
that out
sure.
as time goes on, see what people want to do, what they want to play, if they have time to do it as all, so there's that. But yeah,
Yep,
all
totally.
right. So
Good.
goodbye to everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for watching. We will
Bye,
catch you
chat.
next time.
Later, y'all.
Cheers, guys.
Peace.